Hello.
Hello, peoples.
And we come on just as the screen goes black. There we go. Pokemon!
The Nuzwhat adventure.
The Nuzwhat adventure. I don't like Pokemon now.
Yeah.
You killed all of my interest in it.
I didn't kill all of your interest in it. I'm sure if I gave you a copy of Red on a Game Boy, you'd probably play it.
I did try recently to play X, because I have a copy of X. So basically, Dan, if he is breathing, is usually playing a Pokemon game.
That's not a lie.
We will be sat on Discord playing Overwatch, and then you'll just hear partway through the game, shit, it's like, what happened? Did this like Reaper snuck up on us? Is it? And it's no, his Pokemon died.
It's like, that's fine.
You sit in our kitchen while we're playing other games with Pokemon in front of you.
Lunch breaks.
So that kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I made Dan play Portal.
I'll make James play Pokemon.
Yeah. Seems fair.
Yeah.
Then I'll make you play something else.
Yeah.
So we're going to play, we're not just play Pokemon, we're playing a Nuzlocke.
So it could be over very quickly.
We can hope.
Just party weapon is all of it.
Okay. So one of the things is, you know all of the Pokemon.
Most of them in this game, yeah.
You also play games in a way that I don't enjoy, in that you could tell me which one is the best Pokemon to start with and which one gives the best stats.
I could.
And you would play it that way.
Not all the time. I have played through on purpose picking worse Pokemon and not good Pokemon just to prove that I can beat it with those Pokemon that are not actually that bad. But there are Pokemon that are better than others, and yeah, I would normally pick those.
Normally I just pick the fire one or the one that looks coolest.
That's fine. You can win with any Pokemon, trust me.
We'll start. Hello there. It's very nice to meet you. Hello to the world of Pokemon. Hello and welcome to the world of Pokemon. He's not Professor Thingamajig.
He's Professor Rowan. He has large ears.
He looks like Angry Grommet. Or Wallace, even.
Grommet. It's doing Grommet a disservice.
Yeah, it is a bit. Calls you the Pokemon Professor. No, they don't call him the Pokemon Professor. The Pokemon Professor's from the other game. Like, I played Red.
It's like Oak, yeah.
Is that Oak in Red? I can't remember.
Is this your first adventure? This is where you hit... Well, it depends. Do you want...
I have you as a tutorial.
No, it's more, do you want to know how to press the buttons? Because
I'm sure this maps perfectly to the DS.
Yeah, then... You need advice from something. So just no info needed.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
By creatures known as Pokemon.
Unfortunately, there is a Pokemon catching tutorial, and you can't avoid it. So someone will walk you through how to throw a Pokeball. I'm sorry.
That's the same in every game, though.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that from Red. I remember that from... I mean, I played some of the GBA ones. So I'm trying to... The cartridge was blue. Sapphire blue?
It is. Yeah, it'd be Sapphire. Yeah. No, touch the button in the middle. Okay, you're gonna have to There's a touchpad.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You won't have to use it for much gameplay at all. So I'll just click when it needs touching.
Yeah.
The only thing you need it for on a regular basis might be like the item finder, because you've got like a little Pokewatch, which is the bottom screen 90% of the time.
My awesome mug. Black Mesa Research Facility.
Delivering the future.
Yeah, because I'm cool and I have a Half-Life mug. I had that for years, actually.
We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together. At other times we work together. At other times
we kill each
crap
other.
each other, yeah. We break each other's legs.
We've let Pokemon battle to develop closer bonds with them.
What do? I conduct research.
In order to build better bonds with your Pokemon, you get them to basically having to beat each other senseless.
Yeah, it's like Fight Club. Pokemon Fight Club.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? So I think we'll stick with the stream tradition, which has become a stream tradition anyway, from Dark Souls, which is a girl called Steve.
I don't mind. Go for a girl called Steve.
Yes, we're a girl.
You get to name your rival, you don't get to... Yeah, you do get to name your rival in this, yeah. You don't get stuck with...
So, we are Steve, because games all have Steves.
Oh, and block capitals as well. Sweet.
Oh, we can change that?
Yeah, there's upper and lowercase at the top there, hit select.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to on red, but yeah, you could go for lowercase.
How do I backspace? Is it just back?
B button.
Oh,
so it's back. Yeah, you can hit lowercase and then You've even got like symbols, like other. You can go like put question marks and exclamation marks and stuff in.
So I can make it Steve with the sign to a female.
Yes.
Oh no, actually, better than that. We could
Stefan.
no, we could be Steve, and the reason Steve is a girl is because Steve is transgender.
Fine.
No, we won't do that.
Steve is fine.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just think it'd be a bit tedious to explain to
Your
everyone.
name is Steve.
Yep.
Yes.
I can hear that sound coming through my headphones over to the side.
Now you get to name this chucklefuck.
Oh. What ne? He looks like a Clint. He looks like a Clint.
They're the same four you get every time. You get Clint, Ralph, Lewis, or Tommy, or you can name him.
What are we going to name him?
Well, put it this way: he's annoying as hell and a lot worse at the game than you are. So.
I feel like I should make a reference to something, but I can't think of any references.
He runs around headstrong, not really thinking about anything, like bumping into things and.
Thinking of annoying characters from video games.
Fine. Sure. That's what your naming thing can be.
Friend is a stretch. Is a stretch.
That's what your naming thing can be. Final Fantasy, like bosses, villains, characters.
I'm not actually a huge fan. I mean, I played a lot of the more recent Final Fantasies, but
I'm sure you can name monsters from 14.
God, yeah. I played a lot of that.
Yeah.
Little boxes of all the different memorabilia up there.
Alright, Steve, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold.
So is that character the same every time? So if you pick a girl, it's a boy. Is it just?
It's always that
character.
It's always that dumbass, yeah. And you also have a non-rival friend who is gender swapped to you. So
Okay.
you'll have a non-rival female friend that will battle with you throughout the game, and you have that more on the battles against you throughout the game. A bit like, I suppose there is one in Sapphire and Ruby. It's the same way around, but.
Oh, now do I have to leave my mum's house?
It hasn't changed much. See, this will be a reference. Well, this is a reference to the red Gyarados in the lake on Pokemon Gold and Silver.
I never played it.
In Pokemon Gold and Silver, there is a shiny Gyarados in the centre of the lake, and it's always there. You can always go catch it. So, this is like a special report on the search for the red Gyarados. So you're like, ah, cool, like reference to old Pokemon game.
Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net.
So one of the things you can do now, if you want to go into the options, you can change the text speed so it goes a bit faster.
We have an emulation error there.
I think we just need to knock it, like, the display over by one.
No, it's not. It's the emulator is rendering the last line on the right hand side of the screen.
Oh, it's rendering it back over again.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I don't know if we can fix that. We might have to look at that
It actually,
for next week.
hopefully won't make too much of it. Oh,
It won't make much difference. It'll just be annoying.
Yeah, we'll fix it later.
Hey, Mum.
Steve! Cloud King. Fuck Cloud. He lost his sword. Yeah, you could change the text speed so it scrolls faster in the options if you wanted to.
I'm just going to assume that his parents are millennials, and that they... Oh, that's going to be annoying. Options. That they named their child after...
Text speed fast. Everything else can be fine. You can also change the frame type, so that you haven't got grey frames around everything. You've got like blue or purple or whatever you want.
I'm fine with grey.
Yeah.
I'm a very grey person.
Fair enough. You don't have the running shoes just yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I seem to be moving very slowly. I was just going to ask if that was an emulator issue.
No. You'll move faster.
Okay.
You don't have your own Pokemon, so don't. You're stuck in this tiny 4-house village for the rest of your life.
Ooh.
That's
an emulation problem. That's a texture thing. We can live with that. That's fine. Technology just blows me away. Oh, yeah. Obligatory person trying to sell you on Nintendo Wi-Fi features.
Going around talking to people. Okay. Next town over for 4 long years. So that's the Professor Rowan that they're talking about. Oh, what a cute Pokemon. Child.
What about all the ugly Pokemon that don't get friends? Oh, you can't even hold down a run key.
Like, yeah, I'm in the back of your sign for... Like, you can... You there he is. Thudding into you. In...
1 million what?
That's a Pokey. There's the currency in Pokemon is Pokey. And the running...
Technically, Steve could be short for Stephanie. True.
There's also, like, the running joke in most Pokemon games. I always ask you, you have to follow him back in because he's an idiot and forgot all his shit.
Fine.
There's a running kind of gag in all the Pokemon games where each one of them will at one point ask you, for example in Red it would have been the bicycle. It would have been like, oh, you need the bicycle ticket, or you can buy one for $1 million. But you can only carry 999.999 Poke. So you could never actually buy one even if you saved the money, and it's the same in this. You max out at night. So he's like, I want to find you $1 million. And you're like, even if I had the money, you can't. And in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, like there's a Team Rocket dude trying to sell you Slowpoke's tails for like $1 million each, and there's no way you can buy them.
I think Stephanie would be more common to be Steph than Steve.
Yeah. It was Stevie. But he came sprinting out, hit you, and was like, we need to go to the lake. He's like, wait, I forgot everything else, and ran back upstairs again. He's an idiot. That's 10 million,
because he gets how money works.
Yeah. And generally, if you talk to the little console next to the TVs, it'll be like, oh look, he's got an SNES, or oh look, he's got a Game Boy Advance hooked up to his GameCube, or something like that. Like it's normally a Nintendo console.
It's normally whatever was most recent when the game came out.
Is he walking around? You're always centered to the screen, so it won't hopefully do that artifacting. It'll only be when you.
You can see it on the right hand side. There's just a green bar there.
Oh, right, it is happening constantly. Wow,
Yeah.
okay. I only noticed it in the buildings when you got to the edge.
It's just an over-render, it's fine, it'll happen. Because I'm moving really slowly.
You get running shoes fairly quick. It's fine.
Is he going to show me how to use a Pokeball now?
No. He's like, I want to search for a red Gyarados, so we're going to go look at our local lake. I'm sure there's one there.
That's the kind of thing kids do, though.
Yeah.
They're like, I've heard of Loch Ness Monster, so, oh.
Yeah, now he's following.
Sir.
He's right
personal space.
I'm pretty sure if you tap the water... Oh, no, you can't actually tap the water button.
No, look at me in the eye, sir. Sir, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's like right by. He's like, I'm on your ass.
So creepy. Jesus.
He's just like... Hey, this is how Final Fantasy sprites run around, right? It's just Cloud being like...
No, they climb inside you, which is better? Nope. What's going on? They found a red Gyarados!
Eat two people. Swims away. Yeah, the Pokemon world's always ambiguous about the fact that other Pokemon must eat Pokemon, and also people must eat Pokemon.
Because they're all vegetarian.
Well, yeah. There's no, like, actual... Like, whenever you watch the anime and stuff, there's no birds or rabbits or, like, normal... It's all Pokemon replacing animals, so it's like, to what extent, it's like,
Tasty Slowpoke.
Yep.
It can't run away, so you just cut pus off it and grill it.
His back is fine.
Good.
Yeah, Lucas. He's the opposite gender. So if you'd pick boy, that would have been a girl called Dawn.
Huh.
You get stuck with Lucas. Let's go read that old man's stuff. Don't go into the tall grass. No problem. Like,
this is what's going to happen. Oh, now she's being creepy.
It's a briefcase. What are we supposed to do? I know. We'll look inside.
Attack of the Pidgeys?
No, so in like Fire and Leaf Green, you also had like 150 Pokemon, or 151. When they added like Gold, Silver, Crystal, they added more to that, but used a lot of the base. And then each game,
random.
Yeah, so it'll be one of those three. Will be one of the. It is ordered, so if you opened one, it'll say that's the
one we're using.
Picked. That's the Fire type.
Yay! It looks dumb though. Fire types normally look better.
It turns into a giant flaming. It looks kind of like the
It looks like
Monkey
a monkey's a
It looks like the Monkey King by the end.
Not a good thing.
point.
By the way, this skill, fuck its name.
You like leer at them and their defense goes down. You just scratch this bird to bits. Yeah, so some of the Pokemon games went through...
Does this count for Nuzlocke, that we have to catch that Starly?
No. Like, Nuzlockes go by the... If it's a forced combat, it doesn't count as your wild Pokemon. Like, same as when Dawn goes into the bushes and pushes you in, it's like, here you go, I'm going to show you how to catch Pokemon. That doesn't count as your Pokemon from that zone. Generally, it says, Nuzlocke generally state that it doesn't start the catching process until you can physically catch Pokemon. It's like, because you'll be able to run around the grass in a minute and fight wild Pokemon, but you obviously won't be able to catch any because you haven't been given any Pokeballs yet, so you're allowed some leeway, like, to the point where you can catch Pokemon. And he picked the opposite to yours, which is the water type.
Yeah, they always pick the one that,
Yes. And the third person, Lucas, he will have the grass type. So you'll have the
full set.
The full set between the three of you.
You stole Pokemon!
It's like, huh? What? Did you guys use them? For fuck's sake. Like, goddamn idiots. Like, they were pigeons, just kick them. It's like, why did you have to unleash a Pokemon?
What was that about? You stole his
But
stuff!
this is like, he's just like, okay, let's go give them back, but I'm gonna spend some more time with mine. It's like, my Pokemon got hurt. You might be in trouble. Yeah, this game was kind of another one where they took the core, like, 20-25 Pokemon, which is like Pikachu, Geodude, Abra, like all the original core Pokemon, and then just added another, like, 120 new ones. So, like, rather than having Pidgeys or Spearows, they added new bird types and new... So everything.
There's no Pidgey in the game?
No, you can't catch Pidgey in this game. Instead, it's replaced by that thing you just found there, Starly.
So there's still only like 150 Pokemon in the game?
Yeah, before the Pokemon League, there's about 200, because it uses a few new ones and this and that, but, yeah, about 100... No, I think it's 150, actually. So I'm used to the... Once you beat the Pokemon League, you get the National Dex, which lets you catch from all versions previously, and they start appearing everywhere as well. So there's like 490 in the game overall, but... Yeah, he's just like, you use my Pokemon, come to my lab, goddammit. I need to extract them from you.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's this weird, like, they've used the Pokemon, it's theirs forever now. Like, as soon as you use it, it bonds with you and crap.
Mama! Oh, I suppose we should take this moment to put on... What was that Pokemon called?
Chimchar. Chimney, chim.
We have a good sprite. Oh god, there is definitely no good sprites.
You could use either a moving one or a standstill one.
We'll see if my computer...
You got Generation 4. What's Generation... You got the standstill.
I want the moving one. Save image.
So the other coloured one is a shiny version. I didn't know if you... Generally, Pokemon have a shiny version, which is a very rare version that's like colour palette swaps.
Yep.
But to get a starter to come out shiny, there's like the 1 in 30,000 chance it has whatever it is. Plus,
yeah, I think.
Plus the fact you have to restart the game every time to pick a new starter.
Yeah, one of our friends was he restarted like 12 times to get one.
No, that was just to get him to get a female one.
Is there a benefit to that, or was he just?
He wanted a female version of Pokemon, but for some reason all the starters are 75-25. No.
Oh god!
Why
no.
is he upside down? Because for some reason all of the Pokemon, all the starters, are gender swapped 85% to like 15% male females. You're more likely to get. It's so people. Well, it's a lot easy. It's a lot harder to breed them for some reason. I don't know why they did it. It's like I don't know. It's weird that all the stars are male.
The mum's just like, I can't believe that happened to you. It's a good thing everything went fine. It's like, you literally told me not to go in the long grass or be attacked by Pokemon. I was attacked by Pokemon. Your response is, oh well. Yeah, if that was a realistic mother, they'd be like, room, now stay for 4 years.
It's like, briefcase pops open, there's just documents inside, and you're like, well, looks like I'm gonna get my brains pecked out. Like, bye.
I hear he's quite intimidating. He was a little bit creepy.
That was Professor Rowan, yeah.
Yeah.
In Sand Gem Town. I'm sure he'll understand why you've used his valuable starter Pokemon that there's only one of in the world, apparently.
Yay!
See, you literally get them from the beginning, whereas in the original game you wouldn't have got them, and Fire and Leaf Green had to beat the first gym. and you get them in various different times, but in this one you get them fairly. And it suddenly feels like you have Godspeed. You can't run indoors, but now you can hold the whee, and later on you get the bicycle. And in later games you get roller skates.
Yeah, I hated those roller skates when I tried to play Pokemon X.
So you can also go back to the lakefront, which will have that tiny bit of grass on it. But like the idea is, once you get to Sand Gem Town, you get your Pokeballs. So
I need to go this way.
yeah, go that way. Finding stuff in this grass won't kill the Nuzlocke. You can still come back here and find your first Pokemon.
Fair enough.
So that is the replacement basically for Rattata. So rather
It's
than
a Bidoof. I know that one because I watched someone play Nuzlocke and he had a Bidoof. I can't remember what it was called. It was not Bidoof.
Yeah, so the
I started at level 5. That feels cheaty.
yeah, start level 5, so they don't die instantly. So Nuzlocke works that each new route you come to, you're allowed to catch one Pokemon,
Right.
or attempt to catch the first Pokemon you come across.
I'm actually a bit far in. I'm going to squeeze
Yeah,
in next to you.
that's all right.
Closer.
Yes, you're allowed to attempt to catch the first Pokemon that comes at you. If you kill it, it runs. If you write a Pokeball,
If it gets, yeah, so if you don't catch it,
you're done for that route.
Yeah.
If you say you'd caught that Bidoof, and then come to Route 2, for example, and you find another Bidoof, you can try again.
Oh, so if I find the same Pokemon again,
If you find that it won't happen that often, but there'll be certain Pokemon that appear in multiple zones later on in the game that you're just like, you're not allowed to catch a second copy of the same Pokemon. Same as if your Bidoof died, you couldn't catch a new one in a different zone. You're stuck on Bidoofs, basically. But yeah, if you catch a Bidoof here, the next route you find and you find a Bidoof, you can switch to you can try again.
Damn it.
They are drop downs.
Yeah, I knew they were. I just was hitting the running shoes.
Went
So.
too close.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. However, if say you had a Bidoof, it dies.
Mm-hmm.
Later on in the game, you find Bidoof's evolved. You could catch that because it is a different Pokemon to Bidoof.
Right. Okay.
So it's not that the evolution tree is cut off.
So hang on. So if I see a Bidoof in Zone 1, and I go to Zone 2, and the first Pokemon that comes up is another Bidoof, do I not get a Zone 2 Pokemon, or do I have to look for another one?
What? And you caught the Zone 1 Bidoof.
Yeah.
You can just try again in Zone 2 until you find something that's not Bidoof, or not something you already have. Some zones won't have that, in which case you're just...
Lumbadoof, that's what Ben's one was called when I watched his stream.
Lumbadoof. Yeah, and some areas you will, strike out on Pokemon, there'll be no new ones there, so you lose out on that zone. Which is why, sometimes, if you know what spawns in what zones, you can be like, well, I know this thing spawns here, so I'll try there first and then go elsewhere, but...
I'm looking a little bit unhealthy.
Meh, it's fine. You leveled up to level 6.
It's slightly toasty.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's because the wind is completely gone. It's just rain. It's actually muggy.
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to head to Sand Gem Town because
Which way?
that you have to go up through the grass there. If you talk to that person, they'll give you a free potion. Which you might want to use to... Well, you won't need to heal your Pokemon because there's a Pokemon Center in the next town, but...
Bidoof.
If your Chimchar was to die here, you'd white out, and that's the end of the Nuzlocke. Restart.
That would be a pretty funny start.
Yeah, it would be, because you could just re-roll it now, but, yeah, so obviously the Nuzlocke rule is if something dies, you bin it. If your entire party wipes, you explode forever and have to leave. What you looking for?
I was looking to see if there was... No, I can't see it. I was just curious if I could find a way to get the screen to stop rolling over.
Ah. I mean, cutting it on this version, won't that help? Cutting it on the...
Yeah, it must mean we lose the left-hand side of the screen.
Well, you'd lose another, pixel of it. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yes, your Chimchar's looking pretty, So maybe go back for that potion in a minute, when you've,
Yeah, once I've defeated this one.
Once you, if you go into the town, hit the Pokemon Center so you're at full health, because you're only at 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, venturing in to get that potion now, you'll get it. And he'll be like, blah-de-blah-de-blah, Pokemon's, that's where you buy potions. Here's a free sample. Goes to the medicine pocket.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. It's the biggest pile of crap.
So you got a bag, and then you've got, a shit ton of...
Yeah.
So you got medicine as potion. It's up to you whether you want to use it now, because all you have to do is walk out of the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, it's fine, it doesn't matter. It costs like 200, it's fine. Yeah, so in this one, a lot of the... Like, I think like there's like a core... From the original 151, there's like maybe 30 Pokemon that are used in like every game after that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like Pikachu, and Raichu. You've got like Geodude in its two evolvements. Machop is in every game. Zubat is in every game. Abra is in every game. Magikarp is in every game.
Magikarp is...
Tentacool is in every game, and its evolvement Tentacruel, and I think Goldeen and Seaking are in every game. And that's kind of like, that's like a core 30, and then the rest is like, and then there's just other, like, I think Ponyta's in this one, which is within the original 150. Or 151.
Why can't they walk with like reasonable gaps between them?
Yeah.
Just fuck's sake.
Every door, every time he would just run into
Cloud, I mean Strife, man.
Like, and later on you get bigger thuds when he's running faster. It's like thud. It's like across the text bar, and you're like, oh. He literally doesn't tell you anything though. He's like, you need to go see the professor. I can't even explain it. Bye, and just fucks off. And you're like, okay then. Whatever you say. Finally, you've come. Steve, was it? It's like, let me see your Pokemon again. This Pokemon seems to be rather happy.
How can it be happy? It's... never mind. It's probably happy because it's like relief you finally gave me a potion.
you let me out of my balls, goddammit.
Yes, we have to give it a nickname, don't we?
Yes, so...
I mean, the temptation is to go with Chim Chimney.
Chim-chim-chiroo. So you've only got like 10 characters space. I think it's 10. 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10. I mean, it doesn't have to be thematic to the Pokemon, although that is one way of doing it. Like, have you watched much Avatar, Legend of Aang, Airbender?
The original ones, yeah.
Like Momo.
I don't remember that.
The little like gibbon type thing he always has on his shoulder. That's Momo. I don't know, just whatever you want to call it. Steve 2. Colin? Sure. Nice basic names like Colin. Colin is fine. I mean, not that you should change them, but you can change them later. Or if you fail to nickname something by accident, there are name raters in the game who will change it for you. So, because the other Nuzlocke thing is that if it is a fight that you're forced into but can still catch the Pokemon, it won't count towards that zone. So, for example, if someone's like, "Oh, this thing's attacking me," and out popped Pikachu, and it wasn't something you found in a wild piece of grass, you could catch that and something else in that area. There's a couple of Pokemon that appear in areas in this game at certain times and days.
Sure.
And the other is like, if someone gives you a Pokemon, it doesn't count. So if someone's like, here's my Geodude, and you're like, okay, sweet, thanks for this Geodude, that won't count as your catch for the area, or your catch for that town, if you will, or whatever it is. So
you can get some bonus Pokemon along the way.
pretty much, like in Fire and Leaf Green, you get given an Eevee, you get given a Lapras, you get given a Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. So there's like a couple of different Pokemon you get given throughout that game that don't count towards your...
I'd never... Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Yup. Jackie Chan and Hitmon... Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. I think it's supposed to be Jackie Chan, but it's the boxing Pokemon. I don't know if there's a different Chan. Because I assume Hitmonlee is Bruce Lee, because it's the kicking Pokemon.
But there's only a handful of boxes and know their names.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's Jackie Chan and Hitmonlee. So... yeah, so...
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, he's going to show... He's basically going to go, this building is the healing one. This building's the market. So... I mean, if you hadn't played the game, I guess you might need to know, but...
Pretty self-explanatory.
Well, in the later game, like in X and Y, they're in the same building, aren't they? The market and the...
Don't remember.
The markets and the PCs are in the same building to save, like, space in towns, I guess? you should let you.
To save
So-
you walking randomly across.
So this is now like you don't have to do this, but like basically what he's saying is go heal your Pokemon, then go run and see your mum and tell her you're going. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do that, and you just healed your. If you want to heal at the PC, or you can just go straight up there and get the catching tutorial.
Let's go get the catching tutorial. Let's be a bad child.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have to go see your mother. He might turn you away. I hope he doesn't. Fuck you. Oh, you bastard. So you now have to run all the way back. To be fair, on the way back you can use the drop down so you won't find any wild Pokemon. Yeah, that guy there tells you how the drop downs work. He's like, oh, if I drop down here I have to go back through the grass. It's like, yeah, he's making you run all the way home. Where she's gonna be like, okay, bye. Don't care.
No, you are like Rich McRicherson, like.
Yeah, you and dumbass over there have the 2 of the 4 houses in the village. I just made dinner.
Ding,
Take a
ding,
quick breath.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that counts.
Is that
as
notification not going to go away? That's really annoying. There
music. It's not useful. It's basically like you could check back and see like you could be like Steve fought Bidoof and then Steve fought Starly and leveled up and got rid of Scratch for Ember. Then Steve fought Trainer X, and it basically gives you a literal like step by step what you've been doing. So I for whatever reason you might want to look back upon what you've done for the day, I guess. But oh, this is freaking Cloud's mum. Cloud's mum, excuse me. It's Cloud here. Must have left already. What to do? The boy shouted like an adventure. He bolted. Steve, here you go, Steve. He's like, no, don't throw me under the bus, you bastard. Or rather, don't throw me under the Snorlax, I guess, would be the... Bye-bye, Steve. Enjoy your adventure. No, my boy, he probably just head straight for Jubilife City. So, already, fetch quests. Can't get away from them. Right.
I'm the good child.
Yeah, pretty much.
What a Bidoofs?
Yeah, I mean at the beginning there's like Bidoofs and Starlies at the very beginning, and then each bit of grass obviously like gain access to a few more Pokemon. Like before the first gym you'll have access to like. So I'd normally say like I'd normally go through a game being like, right, I'll have Chimchar or whatever starter. Maybe find one other Pokemon before the first gym. And I'll maybe catch like a Pokemon between each gym. So I'm not like right at the beginning trying to train 6 Pokemon. Or getting to the 7th gym and being like, well, I need to pick a 6th. So try and get 1 per gym up to about the 6th gym, because then you've accessed most of the areas, unless there's something specific you're looking for. Unfortunately in Nuzlocke, you kind of just have to take what you get them. So, like, I mean, you can dump Pokemon. Like, you could catch Starly in one area, Bidoof in the next, and be like, I don't want to use Bidoof, and put it away. And then if Starly dies, you go get Bidoof out. But... so you now have
used Ember.
I mean...
How long? I've always wanted this because it just says like defense is down. But how long does that last? Just for this fight?
It's for the fight, yeah. It's a stage up to. Oh, sorry, I think you can lose or gain 10 stages in a stat, which I think a stage is like around like 5 points of the stat, so it's like equivalent to you losing 5 defense. Which at the beginning of the game, the maths isn't too high. It's like Starly has 6 attack, you have 10 defense.
Yeah.
It uses the maths isn't that high. Later on in the game, it's a really game changer if you can, because you can lower or some moves sharply lower, which drop it 2 stages, or sharply increase, raising it 2 stages. So you can raise your attack by 2 stages, making yourself a lot more powerful.
I wish I had a Pokeball. They're so close to death.
Yeah, the closer you get to, obviously the lower HP it has, the more
easier.
likely it is to catch. Yeah. So one mechanic the Pokemon never explains to you. Well, it might do through input. Why? Why did you?
It wasn't deliberate.
One thing that never explains to you exactly is the stab bonus, which is the same attack type bonus. And it's basically, if a fire type uses a fire move, it has a 20% damage boost to if you were using a non-fire move.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. I did not know that.
Yeah, so Scratch is a 40 power move, Ember is a 40 power move, but Ember is more powerful than Scratch because you're a fire type.
That makes sense.
Same as if that started a new pack, it would be more like stronger than if it was using Ember itself. Like it's one of those things. So it's kind of there to stop people. It's kind of there to stop people being like, well, this Pokemon can just learn Flame. Like my Alakazam could learn Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as if my Raichu learned it.
Ding 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 ding.
Because Raichu is an electric type and Alakazam isn't. So I'll have to do a bit of research into it. I'm not sure yet if you could force a Pokemon that required trading to evolve in this on an emulator. Like if you could just trick it, because obviously some Pokemon evolve via trading. Trade them to another person, it evolves, they trade it back. Which is a pain for emulation, especially. Because you could be like, I've got this matchup, and I'm like, that's great. It'll never be a Machamp because it needs to be traded.
So I thought the frame rate we just dipped, but this news doesn't say we've dropped any frames.
So now you get your stupid motherfucking...
So presumably I'll catch a Pokemon here, and that does that count?
No, he catches it.
Oh, okay.
He's like, this is how you do it. Here's a Pokeball. See, that easy, and then walks off. And he gives you 5 Pokeballs and walks off. So you could use those 5. You kind of always want Pokeballs in case you obviously go into a new zone and can't.
Yeah.
Like, he has Turtwig. I mean, they don't appear on the stream, so it's just annoying.
No, yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, it's like, so he has. I mean, feel free to take a break. We've only been live for like 40 minutes. Oh, you have water, yeah. For a second, I thought it was a thermos of tea. Luckily, you don't have to press A through this. Yep. Unluckily, he presses A so fucking slowly, you have to watch him be like, do I use this? Yes. Yes.
Come on, man. Catch your damn Pokemons. Also, you call that he has more than half health. What are you doing? Why'd you throw a Pokeball? Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Would have been worse if it's like, rolls, breaks out. Ah, right, well, you should probably lower its HP more than it hits it again. Like, no. But luckily it doesn't do it, and that's how it's easy as just click and throw.
So the next Pokemon we encounter in long grass, we have to catch, and it becomes our next Pokemon. Yeah.
He did actually just say, it's better, I should have lowered it more, it's better to lower its HP. He did actually just tell you that.
Okay.
And he gives you 5 balls. So you could potentially go back to the very first area and catch one there and one here, because they're different zones. So it's up to you whether you want to go to both.
Are they? Why are they different zones?
You went through a town. You have a town map, I think. Or if you don't like. So
yes, it says San Gen Town, so that makes it.
If you go left, you'll be in route. Well, it won't be route. It'll be route 201. So you can catch something here.
So what are we trying to catch? We're trying to catch a Bidoof. This is just going to die, isn't it?
I would probably go with Scratch. It won't die, but you probably won't be able to hit it twice.
So we're level 7, so it's
just hit Scratch. If you use Ember, you'll probably want
critical hit. Damn it!
Yeah, to be honest, it's level 2. If it can't be good, missed.
Scrap bag.
Pokeballs.
Come on, Bidoof. Mama wants a brand new beaver skin handbag.
Nope.
Damn it!
Shoot. So close, too. Like,
the thing is, we can't hit it again. We just can't.
No. So you're kind of your only option is to just throw another Pokeball.
Isn't there an attack that you unlock that?
There is a move called. There's a couple that do it. One of them is called False Swipe, which will always leave the opponent with 1 HP.
Yeah.
That's what False Swipe does. There are other moves that do damage equal to your level, so it'll always do X damage.
Yes. Jeez, this book is hard. Beaverton?
What do you call your Bidoof?
Spidoof. Splatoon. It's called Splatoon the Bidoof.
Splatoon, fine.
Despite the string, we're just going to tilt on nicknames. Splatoon.
Splatoof?
Yes!
Splatoof. Double O?
Yeah, it was meant to have a double O. Why did it?
Splatoop! Splatoop! Sold! Splatoof.
Okay, so let's pause that a second.
Oh, I don't think it need to pull it.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to be saving properly, or are you going to be save stating it?
I'll try probably save stating for the sake of we'll do both.
Well, like saving requires you to be outside of a fight, whereas a save state allows you to obviously do it mid battle. Not that we'd ever need to. Would you like reverse? Reverse.
It's tempting.
Just like bouncing in the background, like backwards.
What? Oh, there's a difference between male and female.
Yeah, there's sometimes a slight difference in the.
I think the one we have isn't. Let's find out. Pokemon. Yeah, it's
a
male.
Yeah. Things like Pikachu, for example, male has a straight tail, female has a heart-shaped tail. That's just Pikachu for an example.
Add image. This is going to fill my copy of OBS with like ridiculously useless stuff.
I mean, it might be you don't use him as a party Pokemon. It's up to you.
But he's so cute.
Yeah, exactly. So he's fine.
Oh, I'll stop locking to the things, you damn thing.
Make him slightly bigger. It'll be fine. He's fine like that. Yeah, he looks fine. Yep.
Yeah, that looks okay.
Colin and Splatoof.
My naming system is consistent.
Yep. So.
Now we can go get another Pokemon. Yeah. We should probably buy some Pokeballs though.
Yeah, it might be worth just dropping a save in case this thing crashes.
Oh, it crashes, does it?
No, I said just in case it crashes. Yeah. I don't know what the... I've personally played hours and hours of like Digimon games and stuff, and it's saving a lot of...
we need to work out what the shortcut is to save a save state. Save state. Oh, there's no...
there was a drop down arrow, wasn't there?
Was it?
Not on it. Like, save state, arrow...
Yeah, okay, so we shift
I wouldn't save state during a save.
It seems to be taking a long... And my fans are ramping up on the computer. There we go.
It's saving a lot of data, James.
Saved for slot to slot 1.
Yeah, so you can just hard load that one.
Okay.
Do you want to hit the Pokemon Center?
Yes, and buy some
heal your
Pokeballs.
Bidoof.
To heal my Bidoof, because I have a Bidoof.
You have a Bidoof. It's also level 2, which now makes combat interesting because it has a 50-50 chance of killing the other level 2 Bidoof that it's going to be fighting. So every fight is going to be a... Like, throw out Bidoof, it's getting injured, throw out Colin, Colin kill it, and then Bidoof gets half the XP and it's like training a Magikarp. It's pain. So...
Yeah, because if you get... Oh, because if he... Oh...
So because he's such a low level, it just becomes kind of a...
Oh god, that's... Oh, how do you...
I mean, you only use 12 XP to evolve, so... to level, sorry, which is nice, I guess. Which is like the equivalent of killing a Bidoof. So, Pokemon Center... She'll have for sale probably Pokeballs and potions, and that's it. Oh no, antidotes as well, but I wouldn't bother. So they're 200 each, and potions are 300 each. So like at the moment, I'd say you're probably not gonna need more than 5 Pokeballs, but if you want more, by all means take more. Like, if they cost you 1,000, it's up to you if you want to grab like a couple of potions for an emergency, like 1 for your like starter or 2. Yeah. And honestly, I would grab an antidote, just the 1. There might be some incidental poison that hits you, and it does like 1 damage every like
step.
It's like every 10. It's every like, I think it's every 5 steps you take a damage, but it will faint your Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then obviously you lose it. So it is always worth having an antidote in your bag. Not that you'll find any just now, but you'll come to a point where it's like, so now in Route 202, you can find a new Pokemon in this route, which will again I think be just Bidoof for Starly.
Yeah. So it's Bidoof.
So if it's Bidoof, you. Oh no.
It's a
Shinx. Thunder Kitty.
I want this one so bad now.
Thunder Kitty.
It's so cute.
It doesn't stay cute.
Don't care. It's so cute.
I mean, you could fight it with Splatoon, but I don't think Splatoon stands a good chance.
It's a higher level on him, he'll die.
Again, I would probably stick with Scratch.
Yeah, I figured.
But
please don't crit. Please don't crit.
Oh, even if it crit's only double damage, so even if it critted you, you'd have taken 4.
No, I mean to hit it.
Oh, right, so what you mean.
Because I want to hit it another second time, but if it crits, it's dead.
Well, yeah, but like, you can find them later on in the game as well. See, it critted you. So you just return the favour.
Come on, come on, come on, survive! There we go.
Yep, now Pokeball. And obviously Pokemon become more easier to catch if they have stats ailments as well. So sleep and paralysis are the best ones. Then you got poison and burn are the next two. And I think freezing a Pokemon is pretty good as well. Because it can't do anything when it's frozen. So kind of a pain really. Yay! What are you gonna call Thunder Kitty?
Kitty!
Just block capital Kitty.
Exclamation mark.
Yeah, why the hell not? I'm trying to think of what the main character from Thundercats is now. That's fine, it's a female anyway, so.
Ooh.
Kitty! Just block capital Kitty. I don't know how to spell it. Like K-I. You hit single T there, it's a real pain. Is it just K-I-T-T-A? Like Kitty! Kitty! There's all these smiley faces and everything there. So it's up to you whether you want to go back and heal that Pokemon.
Probably should. It was called a Sphinx?
Shinx.
Shinx.
There you go. Shinx. That's a cool little... Not let it... See, getting a shiny one would have been awesome, but
yeah.
like the blue is still pretty good, so...
That's the female one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Shinx female.
So we can add that to the overlay.
Shinx is one that definitely, if you can keep a hold of it, it'll be real useful. It's a good Pokemon. We now have Shinx. They make it slightly bigger. Yeah. There we go. 3 Pokemon. Nothing's dead yet. Save game. Okay. So it shouldn't take that long at all to save, like, now it should just be like, done. Okay, just ease it in, yeah. So you're going back to heal up Shinx. Again, Bidoof will be out here, so obviously you can't try and catch this Starly now.
Yeah.
Level 4, Jesus. Might be worth trying to, like, at least fight it with Bidoof and then switch. Or, what only tackle. How much does it attack? More than I care to think about. And your tackle does shit all. I would go switch to Colin and burn it. So that's half your health gone in a single. Well, you did 6, so you'd have survived another one and gone to like 1, 2 or 1. Alright, so 4, 3. Just burn it. Fine. As long as it doesn't crit you. Shh. This is the... Oh, use Growl, it lowers your attack and burn it to death. So, this is where stats come in. Attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. Attack is the stat that goes up with physical moves, so moves that make physical contact with your opponent.
Right.
Special attack does attacks that do not make contact, such as Ember. So Ember goes off special attack, Scratch goes off attack. So when it growls, it lowers your attack stat, so as long as you're still embering, you are not at a disadvantage. If you were to use Scratch there, it would be lower power than normal, because it has growled at you. Same as Leer lowers its defense, using Leer then embering wouldn't have any effect, because you've lowered its physical defense and then used a special attack. In earlier games it didn't, however, if you go to the status screen and go to a move, it tells you if it's special or physical.
I'm so glad, by the way, that I made this a separate scene, because that means that when I come back to doing another stream, and then come back to this one, all those Pokemon will still be there.
Nice. Otherwise you'd have to Oh good, you're going to have to find new ones when they evolve as well. You're going to have to find new sprites. Oh well.
That's why I'm going to keep that page bookmarked.
Fine by me. You can sprint. Please sprint. just... It's fine by me. Just means this will last longer.
I could technically turn the animation speed up as well.
Yeah, there'll be a fast forward button on the controller somewhere. One of them
No,
on
I didn't map it to it.
Oh, you didn't map it, okay. So Bidoof might be able to win this fight. Growl's just kind of like gonna bear this fight out a little bit, because it'll weaken Bidoof. So he'll do tons of damage.
Oh!
He did like 2, so let's go burn it. Or Kitty. Kitty works. Kitty. Again, he's gonna make your damage go like.
But I can presumably have it. Should have a different attack.
No, because Shinx won't have one yet. So how much damage is he? Crit dead.
I would kill you.
Why would you kill me?
Because you called it.
It's a bit of a slugfest. Just set Chimchar on it. It's fine. Set Colin on it. It just means now the XP can be split 3 ways, so we're gonna get like 7. Bidoof will level up, but the other 2 won't.
Fire. I want you to burn.
Yeah, just like everything with that guy. Tooth gained 8 XP points. Splatoon hit level
I just realised
3.
that because I'm using a controller, my hands are just down, so it just looks like the two of us just watching this happen. It doesn't look like we're playing.
Yeah.
It's really like.
Just the intensity of Pokemon. Kitty gained 8 XP points. So Bidoof leveled. So his stats will have gone up slightly.
I'm actually going to swap him with Kitty because Kitty seems more useful.
Yeah, and I would keep Kitty. Like I wouldn't bother healing Kitty now, because she can take a hit from basically anything that pops up. This is a trainer fight.
Yay!
So heal. I think he has. In every game, it's normally a level 5 something.
Dan, you play Pokemon way too much. If you can call like what level the boss that they're
Pretty sure it's a level 5 Bidoof. Nope, level 5 Starly. I could be horribly wrong.
Please be horribly wrong, but Jesus.
In every game, the first one you find is like level 5 Rattata, level 5 Starly, level 5 Taylor, level 5 Poochyena, like whatever it is in each game. You're like panicking every time.
Because I'm not used to this.
I would maybe switch to something that can settle down.
So something that isn't that many levels below him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's level. That's the thing, is it's the first like. This is you're like, okay, he's actually got a Pokemon that can fight back. Like Quick Attack is it always hits first move, right? So it's like it has priority. If you use a priority move as well, it's just whoever has higher speed wins. So it's now going to probably hit you with Growl, Tackle, and yeah, you kind of got swung back. But it means Kitty's going to get a chunk of XP. If you get more XP from a trainer. Yeah, it's like a Wild Starly level 5 would give you like, say, 40 XP, this or 20 XP, this would give you 30 or whatever. But I gave you 60 total. But yeah, trained Pokemon will give you more XP than too strong. I wonder if you talk to him, will he tell you something about his shorts? Okay. There's always this thing in the games where it's just like, I like shorts. Like, have you seen that meme? It's like, I like shorts. So again, that's another trainer. She will fight you. So what you might want to do is just put Kitty out and then just trade her straight back in. Like, don't even attack with her because they won't have moves that hit you while doing that. So you can literally be like, here's my Pokemon, trade straight out to Chimchar, and then she's much nicer about it. But just have a battle, please.
Battle blocks.
Level 3
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I think it's level 3 Bidoof, she might even have a Shinx, actually. It's like, if she was at full health, she could probably take that Bidoof. But she's not. So.
I'm already attached to Kitty, I don't want to lose Kitty. Fuck Colin, he's hideous. But the pretty little kitty cat.
He's got a shed on his head, he's hideous.
It's like a monkey. Like people, because the internet has this whole thing like, oh, monkeys are great. So, well, when I was in school, and people always were like, yeah, monkeys, they're cool. It's like, fuck monkeys, they look like weird little people.
Weird little people.
Cats are cool, fuck monkeys. That's just raining again.
So now it will say, like, it'll give you the opportunity to trade Pokemon in between her two. So like, do you want to trade Pokemon with what she's bringing out? So you could potentially chuck Kitty back out, then do the same trade in, trade out thing. Like, about to send out, would you like to change Pokemon? Might be worth putting the Bidoofs against each other. Because both of those two, like, he'll be taking a hit coming into the fight, whereas the Bidoof can probably... We'll see if it can hold its own. Go, Splatoon. You are the hopes and dreams. Its sprite really should have been the backwards one. Because it's all you're ever going to see is its arse.
I might change it then.
It's like... Tackle fight. Tackle fight. Damn you, Splatoon.
Splatoon!
You suck. Crit dead. It's like, damn you, Splatoon, you failed. So your speed stat is equal to his because you're both, like, you went first, then he went first, or she went first rather. So, you're not gonna win this. I mean, you could hit again and then potion if you wanted to, and then finish this. Like, you could probably finish this fight off. So if you hit again,
no, I'm gonna use the potion on. Oh no, Colin. I thought Colin's health was Kitty's health. So I was like, 7? I'm not going to send him out there to take a hit immediately at 7.
yeah. I just send him out there at 12. It's like, not much different.
Critical hit.
It would hurt, but it probably would kill him. I would have maybe potioned there. Maybe.
Well, you live and learn. You hope.
Yeah, live and hope, yeah. Oh, jeez. 18 XP for Colin, 18 XP for Splatoon. Splatoon levels up. Aw. Splatoon needs to level up. Splatoon's crap. Splatoon's level 3. So, you might want to drop down and go heal your Pokemon as they're all, like, beaten to crap. Because you now don't have 2 trainer fights to go through.
I also now don't want to lose my Pokemons.
Sorry, I'll ask you.
That's fine.
Actually. I was going to say, in the sources here, you now have Shinx, Bidoof, and Chimchar as sources.
Yes.
Will they be there for other streams?
No, I can, because the sources are per scene.
Okay.
But if I wanted to add an image to another scene, I could click Add Existing and import them into that one.
Okay, cool.
So you don't see Dark Souls listed as a source there because it's that's in the game channel, not the DS Emulation channel.
Who do you have up first? Is it Kitty?
Bidoof, I think.
Oh, okay.
It might be Kitty.
Yeah, so like, the thing with right at the beginning is most of these fights will be like you might win this fight, but you're going to come out of it fairly hurt kind of thing because you're a level higher. So you could just tackle and tackle and tackle, and you'll both hit each other, and you'll probably reduce it to 0 before it does. Then you have to go heal again. Whereas Colin has a powerful move at this point in the game.
You usually get XP share fairly quickly at these games, so don't you?
I can't remember you get the one in this one actually. I'm sure it'll.
My instincts from having played Pokemon when I was younger is now to throw a Pokeball because it's like it's nearly a load out and it's.
You already have one. You don't need more kitty. You don't need more kitties.
But I could have an all kitty roster.
Oh, we're playing. Oh, I think we get the other kitty as well.
More kitties. I hope we can get
You
it.
either get this kitty or the skunk. Yeah, they're the opposite.
James is cat person.
You have Glammeow and Stunky. And Stunky evolves into Purgly.
That's a hell of a combo.
Yeah, evolves into Purgly or Skunk Tank.
Purgly.
Or yes, I think it's Skunk Tank. Like Glammeow and Purgly are the 2 evolutions. So
Kitty should win this fight.
yeah, easy peasy. It'll take like 3 tackles, and it'll probably reduce you to like 10 in response.
Like 5 tackles.
Oh, it's gonna keep growling at you, isn't it? This is the whole like this is like the Metapod fight where it's just like attack, use high, and you're like, why don't you just lay down and die? Like, you just switch out to something that can kill it instantly. And so the grind begins. Just getting through this grass will be fine because you'll get to the next town and then.
I'm gonna have to find some game that's gonna murder you to get revenge on you for this. Though terribly, I think this might even have been my idea originally.
Maybe. But I'm sure you can find a game. There's a couple of games you said, like, this is a really bad game and I love it, so I'm gonna, like... Another trainer fight. You can also run from these fights. You're not obliged to fight them.
But XP.
Well, yeah.
It's so cute.
It's like you're not obliged to fight these fights. You can just run. Like, considering Shinx has not exactly got a huge power level, you could just be like, oh, just go run. Just gonna keep running.
I want to level Shinx up.
Yeah, that's fair. I think they'll... I don't think she learns an electric move for a little while, but she learns a better physical move soon, I think. Or she'll learn, like, Leer, which will help you, because you'll be like, Leer, it's weakened now, and just beat it down.
It's just so happy. Look, I'm sad for scratching it now.
As opposed to set it on fire. Kitty gained 12 XP points. Kitty grew to level 5. Kitty learned Charge. Kitty learned Leer. Okay. Kitty can now make things weaker and beat them to death.
He's now level 9.
Taunt's kind of pointless at this point. It's better later. I think it's... Oh, there's two moves. One stops the opponent from using... Like, the opponent can only use physical moves. They can't use any, like, stats ailment moves and stuff. And the other one is, like, the opponent can't use the same move in a row. And that's what Taunt is. Like, if it uses Tackle and you use Taunt, it can't use Tackle again. It has to use, like, Growl, then Tackle, then Growl, then Tackle. It has to alternate.
That's just tedious.
Well, yeah, but it stops opponents being like it has Flamethrower. You know it's going to kill you. You go Taunt, and it goes Flamethrower. You survive it. It has to use something else before it can use Flamethrower again. So it helps you avoid opponents.
Just kill chaining you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's reasonably useful. I would just set this thing on fire.
It's so cute.
Oh no, okay. It used Leer, it might have caused you some amount of damage. This is a trainer Shinx, so you're gonna get like a bit more XP than the 18 you've been getting. There you go, 31. Ooh. Well, 62 technically, but it's split in half.
Yeah.
And generally with trainers, like if they have one Pokemon, it will be a much higher level than if they have 3. Trainers with more Pokemon, they are a lower level, normally. It's like the girl had 2 level 3s, he had 1 level 5. He is not a trainer. But there is an item in that grass on the left, I think. If I'm remembering correctly. Yep. Yeah, some appear at morning, some appear at night. This is... Oh, is this emulator going to be clever? And if it's clever, that's annoying. There's a Pokemon that only appears on a Thursday during the day. And it's like, I kind of wanted you to see it, but like, if it's going to track the fact that this is nighttime on a Sunday, then
Monday.
Oh, Monday, sorry. Oh, I think you should catch them more. You caught literally everything but a Starly at this point. Like your Pokedex is as full as it can be at this point, except for a Starly, unless you're expecting you to... Ooh, that will be somewhere to train up. You want Shinx to gain some levels, go to the trainer school.
Okay.
Well, you want one of your Pokemon to gain, like, it'll be interesting. There's 2 guys with, like, Abras there, and Abra's, like, really good for XP. The trainer school's that one on the left.
Yeah, but heal.
Yeah. I think they know Hidden Power, which basically, for each Pokemon, each individual Pokemon, it's different. And it picks a random type and random amount of damage between, like, a Power 10 and, like, Power 50 move. And that's what your Hidden Power will be. So you don't know until you use it what Hidden Power is going to be. So that Abra could have a Hidden Power that's super effective against... It could be a Water type move at Power 20, or it could be a Rock type move at Power 10. So these Abra... But Abra is... Like, those 2 there both have Abras on the right, and that's where Nobby McGee is over there by the board.
Let's talk to these guys first.
Doing is the best way to learn. Can we battle?
No, doing it is the best way to learn.
Doing is the best.
He said doing it is the best way to learn. That's what he said.
Kid Harrison. See, now you're picking on children. Literal school children. So, the one thing you don't want him to be is like, if his hidden power is super effective against you here, it means he's a grabber. You can attack him and see what... He won't one-shot you, so...
Holding you to that.
You can find another spell. Shouldn't one-shot you.
Ooh.
And you even missed. Wow. Okay, go switch Pokemon. Like,
Kitty, you're letting me down.
it's like the thing is, Abra has good special attack, so if it's like the hidden power, it's just painful. You're just hoping it's not a war type move, because otherwose Chimchar might get hurt. Which is fine. Nope, just set up firing.
So this is where hidden power, taunt might be useful to stop it doing that every turn.
Yeah, it's the only move it knows, so it might just be like, oh, I don't know actually what happens if it's the only move it knows.
Presumably it has to attack still.
You can test the theory.
Nah.
Set on fire instead. For fuck's sake. Abra, just die!
I have to go back to the gym and have to Poké Center and heal up after this fight. Jesus.
The other one one's again got a level 6 Abra, so it's like...
If that had missed, we might have lost Chimchar.
Scratch doesn't have... basically moves... Like, Scratch is, I think, like 40 power, 100 accuracy. It means it has a 100% chance to hit unless your accuracy is edited in something. So you nearly got 50 XP each there. So like, if you could somehow get Kitty to kill one of them, you'd get like 90 XP and probably level. But
running away.
blorp and blorp and blorp. Yes, you'll find the Pokemon in this area. Like, you'll be finding a lot of repeats. You'll probably end up catching, like, with the way the zones, like with where the routes are, you could probably catch pretty much everything available to you in this area. And then in later game areas, you won't have that chance because some of the routes are really big and there's multiple Pokemon that evolve there, that spawn there rather. So that Chucklefuck, you just give him the package for his mother, and he goes like, "Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, I don't need this. I'll just run everywhere." It's like, oh, fucking idiot. Yes. So her Abra's hidden power might do a completely different thing. It might not take Shinx down to half. It might be super effective and kill Shinx. It could do. You don't know what it is. That's the point. It's got 17 different types it could be and a varying different power. So it could one-shot Shinx. See, it did 12, whereas the other one just did 10. So.
Nope. Don't care about Colin. Keep Kitty alive. Ember. Burn. You hurt Kitty.
Kitty, now you burn. Photos Abra used hidden power.
So hidden power is just like another move, just you can't tell what it is.
Yeah, basically it is a random type between the 17 types that there are. You'll pick one of them at random when your Pokemon is generated, or when you give it to the Pokemon, and I think it's like based off their nature and a couple other variables you don't actually have access to. And it'll have a random level of power which you won't be able to ascertain short of using it and being like, oh sweet, it one-shot that thing. You can find out pretty easily what type it is by just being like, attack a fire type, and if it's super effective it's going to be like one of 4 types. And you just attack something else with it and you just whittle off the types. It's a good early game move because basically everything can learn it. And essentially everything can learn it. You have to go talk to Bozo. Oh, I'm sorry, Cloud.
Do you call him Bozo normally?
No, something like jackass, knob cheese, idiot, I'm stupid. Because then he goes, "Hi, I'm stupid." It's like,
A jackass.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you talk to one of these two now, they should give you hidden power. I believe. Yeah, there you go. So TM. So TM is one use, HM is multi-use, but HMs cannot be overridden by a TM or another move. You have to go get it. You have to go get it removed by a specific person.
That's a really good name.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the HMs are reasonably good moves, and the rest you basically designate a slave Pokemon normally, HM slave, which is normally Bidoof in these games because he can learn like 6 of the 8 HMs. So you're just like, here you go, have Surf, Strength, Rock Smash, Cut. Here's 4 of them. You can be my. Two in here. I like it a lot, but I don't need 2. Yes, you do. You're likely to leave one behind somewhere. So now you have a town map. And access to the first gym. But you might want to grind. You might want to grind your Pokemon up a couple levels higher. There's a few trainers in between you and the gym, and there's plenty of places to do it, but I'm going to get accosted by this man. Poketech, which is the Poke App Watch. He's like, I invented it. And now you have to like find the 3 clowns throughout Jubilife City. It's not a skill testing question. Because they have a yes/no answer and you can do it multiple times. So throughout this town, they're fairly obvious to find. They're all out in the open. It's like they just stood around. Oh, they won't let you go past there, I don't think, yet. The global trade station. That's if you had Wi-Fi and wanted to chuck your Pokemon across the map. I believe there's a clown on the right there. Okay. Those idiots. I'm a campaign clown. Kill me. Is that how Pokemon grows, James? Ding ding! I'm a company clown. Can your Chimchar kill me, please? You have coupon 1. Find the other 2.
Okay.
You don't actually have to do this, but the Poketech Watch is fairly useful. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Hi, I'm a campaign clown. Just like Pokemon types, the moves of all Pokemon also have types. Ding ding!
Ding dong.
Matt, James, you're not having fun with the ding dong clowns? Can a Pokemon hold an item? The answer's always yes. It's like not even a curveball. See, there's like other Pokemon games have done similar things to this, but one of the ones that always gets me is on Sapphire and Ruby you had like the Trickster's house, and each time he'd set up puzzles and stuff for you to be. And one of them was literally like 8 robots that would ask you a question. If you got any wrong, you'd get booted out.
They'd heal up, right?
Yes.
Good.
Maybe. You'd get booted out, and one of the questions was like, how many red bikes are there outside the cycle shop? And you're like, who the fuck retains that information? You son of a bitch! And you'd always be like, yeah, so the trainers here have a slightly higher. Oh, you're on level 7 as well.
What does Leer do?
Lower defense, which would then make Tackle do more damage. Downside is he might use Growl, which basically negates the fact that you use Leer. But we'll see what happens. He might just aimlessly tackle you. So now if you use Tackle,
I should do a bit.
Theory, it should look like you're doing a bit more damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's one of the things is like, do you tackle him 7 times or Leer twice and tackle twice? Like, how much setup do you do? I personally find it's always better to raise your own stats than lower theirs, So if you raise your attack, it means anything you fight that trainer has, you have an up attack. Whereas if you lower each Pokemon's defense, you have to lower it, kill
that
it,
makes sense.
lower it, kill it. Whereas I find it sometimes a lot more beneficial just to be like, oh, I'm just going to raise my defense. Because then anything that hits me is going to be... So, and big chunk of XP.
Yep.
Level 8 Kitty. Sorry, Kitty!
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 I'm assuming you get the reference with Kitty.
Not really.
Kitty! Curses, you have a nefarious scheme.
Nope.
It's a desert bus thing.
Okay, you can actually go around and get that item, by the way.
There's a yearly charity fundraiser called Desert Bus, and one of the games they play is basically someone leaves the room, comes back in, and has to point at various people and accuse them of being a cat by shouting kitty at them.
Yeah, you can get the items on the range to go around through the grass. So you can catch a new Pokemon in that grassy area.
Oh.
Because it's a
You go do that.
it's a new zone. And that's the other upside to being at the beginning is you've already caught two Pokemon potentially, so you could get the Starly, or you could get one of the other two that spawn there. I want to say there's two. Ominous. Paralyze heal.
Yeah, because American spellings.
I'm dubious now. So you've got Route 204. So you fought that trainer. I believe he's also maybe not a trainer. Oh no, he is. And there's one more up above you as well. My dad gave me some
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Shink's best electric type. Yes, Kitty.
I think Tim's got one on his
Nuzwhat.
one his game of oh, this will be fun.
Magikarp versus Shinx.
It won't have an attack, so you can just.
I don't have nearly electric attacks. So.
No, but it only knows Splash, and Splash doesn't do any damage. So short of it going through 40 splashes, running out of PP and starting to struggle. If all your Pokemon's moves run out of MP, it just uses Struggle, and Struggle just like does damage to you and them. I can imagine Magikarp doing it basically just throws himself at you going...
Yeah, playing this out playing Heart Gold.
Yeah, Heart Gold, there you go. And I traded him off of my Diamond, a Shinx, because he liked the look of it and didn't know what electric type to use. And it has been his MVP.
Love Shinx, it's so cute. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I want one of those.
Splash, Splash, Magikarp, Magikarp. Fucking just... I want to put you out of your misery.
Today.
It's like, the fact that he said, my dad gave me Pokemon, they're gonna let me win. And it's like your dad played a cruel, cruel trick on you. Son, I have this very important Pokemon for you. Yeah!
He'll be laughing when he has a Gyarados.
If he can ever get it to the level. Keep battling for the star.
May as well, I'm not getting damage yet.
Yeah. And again, you could just leer a couple of times and then... yeah, so quick attack has priority.
Yeah.
So it's always going to hit you first. Boop.
Thunk.
Zip. Thunk. Start to use tackle. So, did some damage. But you don't care. Because you're going to hurt it. 60 XP.
Oh, enough to get her to 9.
Yep. 9 now.
Not just do we have a Shinx, plain and snap, but we have a Lady Shinx.
She's a lady, get it. Learn Charge. Kind of pointless at the moment, but better later. It ups your special attack slightly, and it doubles the power of the next electrical move you use. So on setup, you can be like Charge, Thunderbolt, and do like an 180 power move. But it takes you 2 turns to set up.
Can be useful for changing Pokemon though.
Yeah, so...
We have Bidoof, so we
can
don't.
Kill it and re-roll it.
Yeah.
Or run and re-roll it. It's up to you whether you want to kill it or
XP.
yeah. I would actually maybe just standard use a Leer first.
Yeah, I thought about that after I did it.
I mean, it was going to take...
Because in all honesty, because when I played Pokemon myself, particularly because I haven't really played Pokemon since I was like, not seriously, since I was like 12. Whoa.
It critted you.
Yeah, one of the like I never used Leer or Growl or like
just attack.
I only just used straight attacks the whole time.
That's where it crits the second time. I shouldn't say that because it'll happen. Then you'll hate me more. Why? You're gonna attack first. I mean, Tackle has a chance to miss actually.
Because there's a trainer on the other side of the grass.
Yeah, that's true. Tackle also has a potential to miss, so you could potion again. But James only had 4 health. Potion again.
I'm not learning this, Kitty.
James, you could run out of potions. Kitty. 33 XP, not a nice amount, but it is an amount. Also inside that cave will be a different zone. So
we should probably float around this grass for a bit, trying to
get whatever comes out of this grass. It'll be one of. It'll either be that. You can find that here.
That is like some sort of Cthulhuid horror.
This is a bud Jew. Is it a bud?
Hey, no,
Bud
whoa.
Jew. Like a rosebud. Because it evolves into Roselia, which evolves into Roserade, which is like a grassy man-looking thing holding 2 bouquets of roses. As its arms. Its arms are like bouquets of roses.
I was going to make a reference
As
then
is its
to
head.
what's the character called from Sailor Moon? Like the guy who always has the roses. Many years since I saw an episode of Sailor Moon. I think I only ever saw like 3 of them. Because it used to be on CITV.
Oh, did it? Oh, that. I don't know if CITV's still playing.
I don't think it is. I think CBBC went as well. Oh no, there's a channel for CBBC.
2 XP.
Everyone's had
Ding!
Kitty.
Well, then
So she's now my highest level Pokemon.
Yep. She also has like not unreasonable stats. Oh, you're so strong. It's like, nope, you're just crap. But that's okay.
Kitty will stay as a private
Tuxedo
Pokemon.
mask. There you go.
Thank you, playing a snap.
Yes, you'll find something here. It'll be that Budju, or it'll be a star.
What are we gonna get? Bidoof! Come on, Bidoof!
Maybe we're just running until you find something new.
No, I'm gonna grind.
Okay.
I'm gonna grind on this buck teeth monstrosity.
Leer and 2 tackles, or 3 tackles, whichever one you prefer to use.
Excuse me. Oh, so close.
Yep. So
Probably could have just got away with 2 tackles from level 10 now.
yeah, probably actually. Leer sometimes becomes useful if you know it's got like high defense. You'd be like Leer, let it keep hitting you, heal yourself, and then start attacking. Kind of like use the heal as a cushion. There we go.
Oh,
That was the other thing.
a thing? It's a
Cricketot. It's a cricket thing. Looks like
You are way too high a level to fight this thing.
probably. Hey, Bidoof didn't die to attack.
Splatoon! It's
Oh fuck! It's still level 3. We neglected Splatoon.
Whoops! It's gonna die in 1 hit. Please don't die, Splatoon.
What's he gonna use before you? Okay, right. Bide. How it works is he uses Bide, and for 2 turns, any damage he takes, he'll reflect double that back.
At the end of that,
So, like, if you tackle him now,
Yeah.
it'll say storing energy. If you did 10 damage, it'll store 10. Then you hit it again, and it will go storing energy. Then it will retaliate on its next turn. So, like, it will store 2 lots of attack, basically.
so I can attack it once, and if I switch Pokemon, it'll then do damage to the other
It'll
one.
deal that to something else, yes.
So I can attack it now with.
Oh, it's storing energy for its first turn, so it's getting nothing out of the first turn, so it'll only get what this tackle puts out. The idea is it's because you've got the same speed, like, so it'll basically do that to. So Bidoof will Splatoon could probably take it.
Let's not risk that. Let's send out Colin. Because Colin's fresh.
It's gonna do what? That's probably done 4 damage to that, so like 8 to.
At least you can barbecue it with yours has been off.
I think you're probably gonna take like 6 damage here, 8 damage. 6. So you did 3 to it, basically. It's a bug type, so Ember will be super effective.
Yes, we don't want to use that. We don't really want to use any of these. Scratch is probably going to kill it outright.
Probably.
We probably need to swap back out to Splatoon. Splatoon's the only thing that can hit it without killing it.
Yep, probably. It'll probably keep biding. To be honest, knowing you only do 3 damage, Splatoon can take the hit. Bide can't crit. It will only do what you give out, so...
Slog.
We're now going to do 2 damage to it.
1 damage.
1 damage to it now. I'm going to do 1 damage.
Perhaps if I send out Colin back out, if that uses
Let
growl
it
again.
growl a few times.
Yeah.
You could just throw a Pokeball at it as well. Like it's level 4.
It won't take a Pokemon at that level of health, surely.
Well, you have a chance to. It's just a lower chance than normal. It's just the lower its health, the more likely it is to be caught. Yeah.
Huh.
It's level 4. Like, it's in the lowest bracket of like level to catch. Now you have to name this thing.
What do I want to call that?
It chats with others using the sound of its colliding antenna. These sounds are fall hallmarks. Okay. Oh, of course, yeah. Like fall as in this season.
Yeah.
Autumn. Give Cricketot.
Oh,
Cricketot. If it helps, it turns into a praying mantis-looking thing called Cricketune. That like plays its arms like violins, kind of. I don't know. It's just like it turns into a weird mantis-looking thing. If that helps.
Bugsby. I'm not good. I'm not imaginative with names.
That's fine. Like it could literally just be like bug thing. Like it doesn't have to be anything that makes sense, does it? That's the whole point. You could just be like, it's the Durdle bug. Just doesn't matter. I really thought she's like Geodude. Name
It's
it.
a lady as well. We have another lady one.
Called Jeff. It's fine.
Right, hang on a second. So that was a
Cricker. If you just put. There you go, Cricketot. Cricketot. God. Fucking hell. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
save image. Female Cricketot.
Yep.
Freddy Otos is a correct spelling too. Of course it is. I have an uncle called Jeff, and I once made the mistake of spelling Jeff with a J, and I've never been allowed to make that mistake again. Ooh, what a slideshow. Jeez. I might do that for when we have dead ones.
Mm.
Add image.
I'm glad you didn't say if we have, so when we have.
Cricketot. That's spelled wrong, but I don't care. Rouse. Cricketot.
Just cricket with a K and then. The good thing about Bide is because it does a set amount of damage, it gets through like type differences. So say you're attacking a rock type that you'd be not very effective against normally and do half damage, it doesn't, it just does the damage it would deal. So Bide is actually
Let's
very
heal
useful.
up Jeff.
But Bide is a very useful ability to have. You just have to be able to tank the damage. I mean, late game it's not as good, but early game it is because you can take out much higher level Pokemon. The other thing you won't be able to do is trade Pokemon and or use items in between. So once you've hit Bide, you're
stuck with that.
You're stuck with, you've used Bide, they hit you. You store energy, they hit you. You release energy. Like that's you're stuck there for like 2-3 turns.
It's one of those things that, like, as a kid, I remember that the abilities like that. And I didn't get what they did. It was just like, yes, powerful attack, but it takes 2 turns, so I won't use it.
Or like Solar Beam, gaining sunlight. Why is it doing that? Bwamp. It's like, or Hyper Beam and then having to wait a turn. It's like, well, as long as the Hyper Beam one-shots, it doesn't matter.
Let's just save. One thing you'll learn over the course of this stream is I'm an obsessive saver.
It's
Like
fine.
in every game I play, like every 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what you do in Pokemon. You want to save randomly in case.
Control F1,
Shift?
I believe. No,
F1?
Shift F1. Yes.
It's like Control F1 is reload. Fuck. Like, load save state 1. To be fair, you just made a manual save, so you could reload the manual save. Should be fine to reload the manual save.
I should probably put Bidoof at the front.
Probably. Oh, like, see, there's Budgie. There's also, you could have got Starly in here. It's kind of sad you haven't got Starly yet, because at some point you might want a flying type, but you know. Here we are. Maybe you won't.
Smack. Oh,
Absolutely annoying.
bit of healing off me.
It'll heal half the damage it does. So, 1.
Round it up or round it down?
Both. It's normally, I think it's half rounded up. So if it did 3, it would heal 2. But it's doing 1, so it's healing 1. But it's what's more shocking is how much 1 heals it. Like the bar moves a fair amount.
Bonk. Eat the wrath of my cat.
Cat, stop eating the plants. Cat,
Meow.
Cat, stop playing in the bushes. Fuck's sake, cat. Yeah, you should probably put Splatoon up first.
I guess I should put anything other than Kitty up first. As much as I love Kitty, I think we're going to end up with like a ridiculously hench Kitty and nothing
Put it this
else.
way, you might not want to go all in on these 4 total. You might want to pop one in the PC maybe, just in case. But the gym, the leader has a level 14. So that's like, so you can't get through here yet because it's rocks. There's rocks in the way. You need Rock Smash from the first gym, but you can catch a Pokemon in here if you want to have a run around.
So whatever this is, we have to catch. It's a Zubat.
My favourite Pokemon.
Cat, please, you're becoming too hench. Cat, please.
Yeah. So Zubat is my favourite Pokemon. It and its evolution.
You are wrong. You are categorically wrong.
Well, that's what it is. It's one of my favourite Pokemons. It's like if I picked a team of 6, it would be in every team of 6 I ever pick. So, it's, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I just assumed I still had Kitty in front. We might have just lost Bidoof.
Leech Light. Zubat's not a good Pokemon. Golbat is a very good Pokemon. Crobat is a very good Pokemon. Zubat is not a good Pokemon. So,
I guess I can keep fighting it then. It's like...
it's good like 2 to you and gain 1 back, basically, every turn. So you're essentially doing 1 less damage every turn. But, yeah, so the first gym leader has like, his highest Pokemon is level 14. So that's kind of your benchmark. It's like, you probably want 1 or 2 of your Pokemon to be the same level as his, and then a couple underneath is fine. Like, I generally try and get whatever Pokemon I'm using in my party. Yeah, see, was also an early MVP for me. See, I think that's like degrees. Go back a little bit. I'm using Geoff now.
Jeff.
Geoff.
That's how you spell Jeff correctly.
So basically, if you hit, so it's only growl on bite. So if you hit bite now, what will happen is it'll do you 2 damage, 2 damage, and you'll reflect 8 back. Is essentially how this is going to go. And he's also going to heal off you like 1 every time. So storing energy. So that's used each life. Dink, dink, dink. More. So you've taken 4, so it should whack back 8. You put him down to about what that pink he is.
We could probably try throwing things in now.
I mean, it gets to leech life you again, which I mean it drains like another 1 health back on itself. It's fine.
Still green.
Jeff has plenty of health left. It's only doing 2 a time. Even if it crits, it'll do like 4 or 5. But yeah, so I'd maybe pick 2, maybe 3 of these to like level up a bit for the gym. It's a rock gym, by the way.
So electric's bad.
Electric's not. So rock is super effective against bug type Pokemon, which is Jeff, fire type Pokemon, which is Colin, and flying type Pokemon and ice type Pokemon. So at the moment, your best bet is probably Kitty. But normal moves are not very effective against rock types, so you're kind of stuck on who are you going to put. To be honest, if you can get Colin up a high enough level, he'll learn a fighting type move, and then he'll be super effective. But then they'll be super effective against him. So it's kind of like a, if he can kill them first, then he wins. Kind of, it'll be a DPS race. Oh, he's healed all his health. Fucking hell.
Fine, he gets another bide from Jeff. Oh, Jeff's low on health.
To be honest, like,
Colin.
if you don't want a Zubat, just kill it. Like, you don't have to get one. You'll find them later. They're in, like, every cave in the
But
game.
we can't. This is our only chance to get one, isn't it?
No, it's your only... Oh, yeah, no, it is. You're right. Ignore me. It's your only chance to get a Zubat. You could find a Golbat later. It's your only chance to get a Zubat, yeah.
A critical hit. It did 1 damage. Okay, Colin. Let's hold back and not destroy the Zubat. Good, Colin.
Good Colin. This should also do 1 damage to you, probably, because it's not very effective. Black. 1 damage. Black.
This is a lot of effort for you, Zubat. You better be appreciative.
Pokemon? Bag. So you could potentially use the click. You could use a mouse for this.
I could.
Like for the battle screen.
I'd rather not, because the mouse is on the same surface as the microphone and you get noise.
Yeah. Same reason you don't use a keyboard.
Yeah, you think there's still some noise from the key, like the clicking of the controller, but it's not as bad as if I was using it on this surface, which is like deeply unpleasant. I know what I want to call you, but I'm not going to because I'm not that crass.
What would you call it?
Nuzwhat. I know what I'll call you.
Pip.
Yeah, because it's a bat.
Okay.
Pipistrels are a kind of bat. Thanks for your help, obvious captain. Oh, I need to Zubat.
Yeah. So,
And now I've got one out here.
yeah. So that would have been a problem, because if you'd caught one out here, that's the only thing. Nope. Said you. It's there. He's energetic, what can I say?
Do we have a male or a female Zubat?
Oh, what was it?
Oh, I need to look at my Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like that's a
Look
female.
at my Pokemans.
Female, isn't it?
It's a female Zubat. So let's get the image for this female Zubat up.
Yeah, so Zubat adds a new way of evolving a Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 2.
Which is a pile of poo.
What, Generation 2 or the way
Any way of evolving a Pokemon that isn't just leveling up is a pile of poo.
It's leveling up under a certain condition, of which is happiness. And the way you get a Pokemon's happiness to increase is to A, walk X amount of steps. I think every 112 steps it gains a happiness. So a wild Pokemon will start with 70 and it needs to hit 220 before it gets to happiness threshold. So walking like 100 odd steps will get you 1, leveling it will get you 5, then 3, then 1, depending on how happy a Pokemon is. It's like diminishing returns, participating in boss fights, winning battles, all kind of crap like that will up your Pokemon's happiness. Only thing that lowers your Pokemon's happiness is feeding it bitter foods or letting it faint. So your Zubat should be nice and happy because it should never have a chance to lose its happiness unless it dies, and then it's gone forever anyway. Generally, if you've done it right, you can probably get a Zubat. It evolves at level 24 to Golbat. Mine generally evolve like level 25, level 26, level 27 into a Crobat. Like it'll evolve fairly quickly into its 3rd form, and then it's early, so it's like it trashes face. Because it learns the exact same moves its 2nd form would learn, it just is stronger in every way.
Just leave it in your inventory, basically.
Leaving in your inventory will gain it some happiness, as will leveling it. And I mean, it's a low level, it's level 4. So gaining 20 levels would be the equivalent of like 100 odd happiness, easily.
So you're suggesting we should probably put some of these Pokemon in the centre?
I mean, there's no reason not to keep them on you in an emergency of, oh crap, Shinx just died.
Yeah.
Like, we need something to come out just so we can run and get back to the PC and like train on smaller Pokemon. Like, there's no reason to not keep them on you. I just wouldn't bother training them all for now.
Fair enough.
Just because it would take you so... You could, if you want to sit here and grind them all up to level like 10, where they're actually usable Pokemon, go for it.
Right, let's have a look at the lineup. What have we got? We have Sawtooth, Colin, Kitty, Jeff, and Pip.
So, if you get Colin to a high enough level, he could solo the Rock Gym. All the stars are designed so they can solo the Rock Gym, basically. The Water type can, because it's super effective outright, so is the Grass type. And Colin, once it hits level 14, will learn a Fighting type move and evolve, and then it'll just one-shot the entire gym, basically.
Well, I'm thinking I should probably concentrate. If I'm concentrating a couple, I want to get Kitty up. Because I like Kitty. Kitty's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Keep that. It's good.
But then it's just a matter of what the other Pokemon should be. I mean, it could be Colin, because Colin's our starter, and Colin seems fine.
I mean, you've got your 2. You could always try a 3rd. It's entirely up to you. Or you could just stick with 2 for now, keep the other 3 with you, and then whatever. But it's entirely up to you, honestly.
Let's switch you with the tooth.
You will get like a higher. You will get a good chance to get a couple different Pokemon here and there. So
Actually, you're in the top slot because I like you more.
but don't you want the lower level to go out first?
Probably, but Kitty.
Well, you can get Kitty to 12 first, and then get the other one to 12.
I have no idea where I'm going to be going, by the way, because you can't keep going that way.
So go down, and then go right. Or you could go left, but it's a dead end. It's like a dead end to it. Oh, what are you going to complete? Oh, you haven't gone and claimed your freaking watch yet. You've talked to the 3 clowns. You haven't gone and claimed it. It makes you claim the watch. He's down. That chuckle fuck. Pokédeck. So you now have a clock down here. And I can... Oh, okay, well, you get the thing. You can change the app, so you can click the... You currently have no apps, so you're stuck with just... Oh, no, there you go. You have app 2 is a calculator. App 3 is a step counter. So you take a step. 1. Okay. So you can, like, see how many steps it takes to hatch an egg. You can see how many steps it... next app, that's a status screen, so you'd have to open... You can see a rough status ailment on your characters.
Yep.
And you have the clock again. And that is your... up and right.
That giant clock I actually find really annoyingly distracting. I think I find anything that goes there really annoyingly distracting.
It might be worth just putting the status screen there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's now going to fight you. Should have warned you about that.
We healed.
Yeah, good job you did.
He can't even have Pokemon written normally.
Yeah, come on, trainer. Come on.
Pokemon.
Pikmin.
What will Kitty do? Wreck face, because that's what she does.
Honestly, you've picked a pretty good secondary, because he has a water type because you have a fire. She's electric type, so she kind of counters his water type pretty well. It's a little tiny moth thing, it's not a mosquito.
Are you getting mosquitoes around
I've killed a couple in my room.
here? You do on the side of town.
Yeah. So another mechanic, which is kind of irrelevant, but
No. I had a terrible omen then for some reason. I was like, no. We should probably swap you to Monkey Man's.
yeah, you might just want to hard drop a potion and then keep fighting, because the Monkey Man's is weak to, like, if Piplup uses Water Gun, Monkey Man's gonna take some damage. You might just want to, like, drop a potion here.
What the fuck is that?
So see the one in the Pokeballs that was shaking?
Yeah.
It indicates that Pokemon is close to leveling up.
Yeah.
It's a penguin Pokemon called Piplup. So you have the monkey, the penguin, and the tortoise. Dead. Dead. Tortoise.
Land or sea?
Land.
Horses. So one of those moments where you start doubting yourself.
Yeah. So the other one is the tortoise. Sweating.
Yeah, I'm sat close to the window, so I'm not too bad.
Yeah, I'm normally sat there, so it's fine.
Well, for the entirety of Pokemon, you'll be sat on that side.
Yeah, it's fine. So, one of the weird things this game did with starters, and I'm not sure if I like it too much, but they did, so it's fine, is that in the first game you had a clear... What? Does growl. You had the clear 1v1v1. Charizard beat Venusaur. Venusaur beat Blastoise, Blastoise beat Charizard. Come Gen 2, you had Feraligatr, Meganium, Typhlosion. They were pure fire, water, grass. They all fought each other in a circle. Sapphire and Ruby, you had...
Oh, shit.
There's no running from a
Yeah, I didn't mean to... Up doesn't do anything.
Ah.
You have to go...
Left, left, or right, right.
No, you go left and then up. You can't go up from run.
Yeah. So yeah, in Sapphire and Ruby you had a water ground, a fire fighting, grass, and again they fit circle fight. In this one, the full forms, Piplup is a water steel type. The other one is a fire ground, grass ground, and this is a fire fighting or neutral. So what you end up with is the circles nullified, because the fire...
Fuck off with your growling!
Fire hits water steel, normally, rather than not very effectively, like it would normally hit water, and the fighting moves that you have as a fire type are super effective, so you actually can beat the water starter. The water starter can beat the grass one because it's grass ground and water super effective is ground. And the grass ground type can use...
Ooh!
Lights out! Just heal. Just heal and get the XP for it. Fights out?
I thought for a second that was just like the no, like especially considering the health I got it to.
Yeah. Then yeah, the fire type moves from yours will hit the grass ground and be normal, and the grass ground will have ground type attacks that hit the fire. So the circle is like nullified in both directions, which is weird to me that all the starters can beat each other.
There's no rock paper scissors.
There's no rock paper scissors. It's kind of rock 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 because they're all both good and bad against each other. So they all kind of pummel in and don't really. It becomes which one can one shot the other one first, because you can be like, I'll use my fighting move.
Let's go buy some potions.
Yeah, you'll be like, I'll use my fighting move to kill the Empoleon. Empoleon didn't die. Empoleon uses water move on me. I died. So you just if you can one shot the fight, you win. If you can't, you lose, kind of thing. Yeah, go buy yourself some potions. You got some more money now. Your poor little shinks.
Just gonna change that
to the status screen.
Yeah, that'll do.
This is just like, this annoys me forever, I'm just going to cut it.
It does actually, I do find that screen kind of annoying. That's what I wanted. I wanted to heal up first.
There's no way to hide it, unfortunately.
I could actually set the emulator to just show one of the screens. It will do that. It's just you don't.
Oh, would it still show both on there as well?
No.
Oh,
It would only show one of them.
that's a pain. Oh, what would that do? That would make that really fucky as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it would make that full screen.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom screen's good for battles, not for this. Could you... You can't change the size of this window either, can you? You can't, like, minimise it so you can only see the top, because it would,
I can. That's what I'm saying. I can do it on the emulator, but it will just cut it off the stream.
Yeah.
By potion.
Pot chance. 5 total, yeah. You still have an antidote, you still have a paralyze heal, so...
How many Pokeballs do I have?
You have 4, you...
I was by 1.
Yeah, 5's fine. You're about to go through another small cave, which I think is just full of Zubats. You have 2, so... Yeah, you have 4.
Just be safe.
Yeah, paralyze won't kill your Pokemon. The other person, I believe, has mail, which you can like sign and give to a Pokemon, and then like when you trade it, they have mail on them, and yes, kind of pointless. But... So there's like 2 or 3 trainers along this area. Saving here seems good. So your Shinx is currently level 12, whereas your
11, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought the Piplup got it to 12. Whereas your monkey is only level 9. So whether or not you want to like bring your monkey up on these 3 trainers out here to the same level.
I'll get the Shinx up to 15, and then I'll worry about the monkey.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yes.
Yes, I did. If you hadn't figured that out by now, you just get the item by beating him up.
I was curious. I didn't know which way was the way I was meant to be going, so I was just like, oh, see what's around.
Yeah. You're heading for Aubrey Town, so as long as you don't... Oh, this is also a new zone, by the way. It's a new route. Yeah, I mean, you're heading for Aubrey Town, so as long as you make it there eventually, there's nowhere else you can go. This is like a... bidoof. Yeah, like in your position here, I would get the monkey up to the same level, but you're playing, so get this thing to me. It also looks like it's got a collar on. There's like a black line around its neck, where it's like...
It's a shadow.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Ooh.
Close. I assume you leered first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably could have two-shotted it without leer.
Probably.
Although
We'll know that for the next one.
although he growled, so...
So close to 12.
And now as Pooh Bear. Good old Pooh Bear. Every now and then I hear a Pokemon that was coming out of your headphones.
Yeah.
Like I heard the Zubat come out there.
I can't actually turn that. There we go.
No, it doesn't matter. That won't affect the stream audio or anything, will it? No.
No, they should be able to hear that.
They wouldn't have heard that anyway, I just... Critical hit. Benderstat might remember better than me if he's watching or not.
I don't think he's stopped watching.
I think Shinx hits evolution at 16 or 18, I can't remember which. It might be 20. I don't know, it might be weird. I thought it was 16.
There will be, because I have the window open and the light on.
Yeah, it's like
And because we're streaming, I have like really bright light on. I've actually been thinking about getting a second light, because I'm using that back wall about. If I put one on the other side as well, we get more even lighting, whereas at the moment it's quite... You can see, like, when you put your hand out, it's quite harshly from this side. Okay, you go to level 12. Kitty is a beast.
Strike. My poor beautiful Zubat. Fuck you. Kitty strike.
That's what we'll do.
If you want to get to 15, go to 15.
I plan to go for 15, but I'll, like, at the same time. I'll level the stupid monkey.
The stupid monkey will save your life.
Oh, that's where you need to get the, what's it, wave or whatever surf.
So you should still be able to get that item though. Like, it's just, this area more, it gives you like grassy areas if you want to avoid the trainers kind of thing. There's a lot of places that will let you avoid trainers should you be underleveled at this point. We just want to fight wild Pokemon, but good dog.
Well, that's going to die quick.
Yup. And if it doesn't, it'll kill you. It'll bide your 2 embers. Luckily, you should be able to. Like, this will probably kill her. Oh. Okay.
Sure. You do that. You do you, fam.
Scratchy, scratchy.
Yeah, I get super conservative with like the power points that you have.
No, that's fine. I mean, Ember has like what, 25?
Yeah.
So.
Calling go to level 10.
To level 10.
I think I'll switch between them at each one level, so I'll go back to now. We'll go back to.
Yeah. However you want to do it.
Now go back to Kitty.
However you do it.
Look.
I would just recommend keeping a hold of the starter in the Nuzlocke because like you don't generally get like a guaranteed.
So in this event, the first Pokemon we encountered in the sign was one we already had, so you get to roll again.
So you get to roll again. Yeah. Or it's one that you've already encountered but got. If you'd have encountered a Zubat, like you could still re-roll again. If you'd encountered the Zubat in the cave and killed it.
This would be another chance.
This would be another chance because you've already had your go at Zubat. Your Zubat for this game is spent, as it were. That's how I did mine anyway. I might be slightly wrong. It might be.
I mean, there is some variation in it.
As long as you stick with the rule set, it doesn't matter what rules you put in. It's the fact that you're being strict with yourself. The main thing is if it faints, it's gone. And the other thing is the zoning. Just different people take the zoning in different ways. Some people, she'll fight you. Some people don't,
Fight me, Hannah.
some people don't allow, like, free Pokemon, like in Fire Red. Some people say, oh, you can't use the Eevee because you didn't catch
Because
it.
you didn't get you because it got rid of free.
Like, you can't take this, even though there's two Snorlaxes blocking your way, you have to fight and kill both. You're not allowed to catch them because they're, like, set per. Yeah, lots of people enforce whatever rules they like. Some people enforce no Pokemarts. Some people enforce no Pokemon Centers.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So no potions and no healing.
well, the only healing you'd have then is go talk to your mother, which would involve you running all the way back to the beginning of the game every time you want to talk to your mother.
Then once you get flying abilities, that would be too bad.
Yeah, you could just fly back, but like, there's no using Pokemon Centers. There's only your mother, which is like. But no Pokemarts would be a pain because you get no items.
Because you can't get free healthcare.
Good old chicken soup from Mom. It's like. You not set that thing to not go to sleep,
It is set not to go to sleep.
but it still goes to sleep.
To be fair, that computer is real old. That computer was bought for me when I was at university. And sometimes it really shows its age. Like, I need to do something to it if I want to keep using it regularly. Like, more RAM and an SSD, probably.
Surely just running that takes, because you just install a few bits and then just run that program.
That's actually in Chrome. It just takes about 5 minutes to load Chrome. Yeah, it has 2 gigabytes of RAM and like 140 gigabyte hard drive, which, you know, doesn't sound that bad. It's just that old.
Yeah.
I really need to pay attention to that fight. I just
That's not
looked
good.
up and I had won.
That's not a good way to play Nuzlocke, but I suppose it works for the weak trainers at the beginning.
Let's go heal up.
We could probably keep going.
Yeah.
Conservative. Keep healing. No cost to go and heal, so.
The only cost is the boredom of the non-existent people watching.
Well, and yours as well, because you're running back and forth.
Yeah. And your boredom, because you're...
I'm not bored. I'm interested to see where this goes. You're picking Pokemon based on looks, and so far you've got a Shinx, and I mean later on if you found something else you liked instead of Chimchar, get rid of it. That's the other thing about Nuzlocke, is at any point you can be like, you know, I'm just going to pop you on the PC for now. And like that's what I did for a while. I put, on Fire Red, I put Gyarados on the PC. Then I lost my Blastoise, so I was like, I should probably get my Gyarados back out. But I actually got a different Mortype in the end. But I had this half-trained Gyarados. I was like, well, actually, I have this fallback Pokemon if I choose to use it. Level 7 something? Maybe level 9, actually. Ugh. Hello, Machop. Why do you exist on this side of the valley? You should be fine as a fighting type. It's super effective against normal Pokemon. So you should be fine. The downside is if it knows Karate Chop, because it's got a high critical hit ratio. So it's more likely to crit you. Which means you're more likely to...
Great staring match.
Oh, you're going to double there. Gone for the
It
double.
led me back.
Yeah, but it doesn't lower your attack, it lowers your defense.
It's a staring match now.
I would consider getting your attack in before he uses it.
Smack.
If you don't one-shot it and it uses lit, I would trade Pokemon. He'll probably one-shot you.
But if I kill him first, he should die here.
Yeah, okay. Tackle could miss. It has a 95% accuracy rate. Go for it. He might not kill you in one shot. You've had your defense side 3 times. Okay, you're fine. It's just if tackle would have missed. There's 95% chance to hit. But it's if it would have missed. 112.
I should put her to 13.
Fairly easily. Bite. Yay, we have a new move. A 60 power dark move, which has a chance to make the opponent flinch, which is they don't get to act. So providing you hit first, you have a 20% chance to make them not attack you in return, which is a pretty good trade-off. Like, it's a good move. It helps. It means she'll also fight you.
We should probably try and catch a Pokemon here as well.
Yeah, and further along there'll be that item that you saw earlier, I think. Or possibly it'll be the edge of the water that you surf across.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you might be able to find in this area now is a Starly. Oh no, that Budgie might reappear. Once you've ran through 3 or 4 times and found some wild Pokemon, if you don't find anything that's new, you can just leave the area. I just think, oh, you burned it. It's gonna die. It'll die to its burns. Which is a sad thought. But, oh, it didn't die to its burns.
So let's finish it off with a scratch.
It's just scratch its burnt wings.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. With new scratches. I have like 2 on my look at my arm.
Jesus.
It's been like
Dog?
like a couple there as well. Not a happy dog. Not happy dogs. I mean, you see them.
They show up fairly well, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for the record, he grooms.
Dog grooming. Dogs don't like grooming sometimes. Don't get scratchy bite. Oh, Ember?
I forgot I wasn't playing as Kitty.
Yeah. I mean, you can still double scratch it, it's going to die, but... Double Ember would have also killed it, so it's like you're not like saving any PP or losing any PP, and you're not doing it any faster or slower.
So we've not dropped any frames. So I think the problems with the Dark Souls stream were graphics card related. And that is getting RMA, so...
Yeah. Have you got the stuff through yet, or...?
Yeah, I need to...
Disassemble?
Yeah, well, I need to actually get like packing materials to send it.
Do you not have the one the original one came in?
Well, they said that their instructions were like they don't want you to send them any cables or manuals back because they won't be able to send them back to you.
You don't take all those out of the box and then send the box to them?
That's kind of like something I was just going to send them the whole original box, but like don't do that.
Because they'll probably send you not...
They'll probably just send a graphics card in like in a box.
Yeah, so providing you don't want the drivers and the discs and stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I bet it.
I guess I'm not bothered. I mean, what's in that box I need? Who needs a manual for a graphics card? I just have the wrong Pokemon out. Never mind. Wait, was I meant catching that one?
That's Bidoof.
Okay.
See, look, Pokeball. You got one.
It's also just survive.
Yep.
I was meant to change anyway. I need to change back to Kitty. I might even make it to the first gym in the first stream. That's why, yeah, because I went and saved when I opened the pause menu, because I was like, why did I open this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why'd I open the ball menu? Probably to save.
Speaking of saving.
So it's not one. Fuck! There we go. It's probably some sort of heal. That was a repel.
That might be useful later.
So there's an interesting thing you can do with repels. So it will repel Pokemon lower than the first Pokemon
Hey, friend!
in your party. So if you have Shinx out, a repel, like so you have like repel, super repel, ultra, like all the different repel types. The only thing about each one is that it lasts for more steps. The thing that makes the Pokemon go away is how strong your front Pokemon is. So that repel will last for 100 steps, and nothing lower than 13 will be found. So in this area, you won't find anything. In later areas, you can use it to find stronger Pokemon.
That's neat.
Because you can be like, I know they max out at 33.
Oh, there we go.
That's new. I know they max out at 33, but I keep finding 25s. I can just put a level 30 out, and it means I'm going to find 30 plus, kind of thing.
What should I do to deal with you? Hit.
I mean, that thing's only going to know Tackle and Growl. So all of you... I mean, Pip's attack will be not very effective, so I'll do one at a time.
Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon will be fine. Yeah, like, Starly is one you... Like, probably don't want to train up now, because it's a rock gym, and it's going to be pointlessly useless. I mean, you can teach it Fly anyway. That's why you want it. The Fly. I did 6 to you. You can take on one of those. See, it missed. Splatoon missed. Fuck you, Splatoon. Strike while the iron is hot. Splatoon.
Oh, what a growl.
Strike while your teeth are sharp, Splatoon.
That should be enough.
Yeah. Chuck the guitar. You might get to the point soon where you need to. Something will be something will be sent to the PC because it's because you've got too many Pokemon.
Let's trade you out, Splatoon. Yeah, let's trade you out. I was going to say we can get one more hit in, but
GF will be no good.
to a happy Pip.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, if you're just throwing on the Pokeball, then Pip should be fine. You can whittle it down a bit more if you want to. I think you should know. What else?
We'll try it, we can have a look.
Leech Life will only do 1 damage anyway.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Starly is like the Pidgey of this game, essentially. It's the Pidgey copy. It's insert Pidgey here. Well, first game was Pidgey. No, Pidgey and Spearow, I guess. But the second game added Hoot Hoot. Third gen added Tailo. Fourth gen added Starly. And then I can't remember Bowie.
Starman. Right, let's add you to the roster.
Starly.
Are you a male or a female Starman? And you are a male Starly. Kind of annoys me that this website for sprites has Pokemon like normal and female, no, rather than male and female. Image.
I think that's because they didn't used to be different sprites for gendered Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's a new thing to this, so it's probably like this would be the normal sprite, this would be the female version sprite. But in older games, there wouldn't be a difference in like sprite size, like anything. Right. 4 level 4s now. So with your stronger Pokemon, you can quite easily walk this cave just fine. You might find anything. I believe he gives you Rock Smash or Flash. He'll give you one of the two. Or maybe not. Admission select which of these. So you could teach it and use it inside battle, but outside battle you can't use it till you've beaten the corresponding gym badge, whichever
May as
one
well
it is.
not bother with it then.
I mean, it's a if you go up there, you'll find like a dead end. I think it's dead end. Yeah, dead end with rocks. You can obviously come explore this after the gym. I mean, you can like once you've unlocked it, you could teach it like Bidoof or Geodude. There you go. New Pokemon.
Oh, I have to do this, don't I?
Have to, but Geodude. He is again.
Will you trounce him?
Use Bite. You'll be fine. Yeah, so Geodude is one of those awkward ones where you can evolve into a Graveler, but to evolve into a Golem you need to train him. So he's never gonna be...
What about Onyx?
Onyx is Onyx, and evolves into Steelix if you give it a Metal type and train it.
But I thought Geodude evolved into Thingy, which evolved into Onyx.
No. Geodude goes into Graveler, goes into Golem. Onyx is just Onyx.
Has that always been the case?
Yeah, Onyx is the big snaky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Onyx has always just been Onyx. But something like Geodude, you can't unlock its full potential. You can't get its third evolution, so it's always going to be a second evolution, not as strong as. Whereas Starly, you can get the full evolution, or Shinx, you can get the full evolution. What the hell are you calling it? Chad. Probably just Brock. Just something reference to the first game. I should not put that hair in your room. It's fine. It's just dog hair in my hair.
Oh.
It's not my hair. It's a dog's hair that was stuck in my hair. I just felt the wind tickle it by my ear, and I was like, "Why is my ear ticklish?"
What is that pose, man?
No, I look at the stream. And there's like a spider next to my head, and I'm just like, "I'm not looking, James. It's only on the stream." What's that? No, I just said I felt tickling on my ear,
okay.
and it's like I look at the stream preview, and it's just like.
It'd be horrifying actually, because it'd be green screened out apart from the spider. You wouldn't be able to see its legs. It'd like blob moving.
It's like hair away. Hello, Shinx. Just bite it to death. You'll be fine. You'll two-shot it easy. So you call the Juju, I imagine.
Yep.
You did catch it, yeah. So that's gone to the PC now.
Yep.
See, flinched. Your opponent did nothing. You get to buy again. Yeah.
Squelchy, squelchy kitty.
Squelchy kitty. 90 XP. Insufficiently raised. Sounds like my average Saturday. It's like insufficiently raised. It's just like insufficiently raised. Must raise harder. Oh, and this is his picnic at Diana? Budget. Diana. Level 5, which means all of her Pokemon are trash. Because they're all level 5. To be fair, Bud, grass Pokemon normally give you more, like, a lot of XP. Like, more XP than, like, 72 is fairly good for a level 5 to give you a Psyduck. Not expecting a Psyduck. Psyduck.
That's the sound effect I was remember from the first Pokemon Red on the original game. Was just like whenever they go, it's just noise. It's like
Twang.
This sounded like something had gone wrong with the speaker.
It's like someone just like whacked its bill.
It's a horrifying noise. It really did sound like there was something wrong with electronics on the side of your Game Boy whenever it appeared on screen. Like, jeez. So I could think our psychic Pokemon in general will make that noise.
That's not a psychic Pokemon. It's just pure water, and it evolves into a pure water type. It's really annoying. It should be psychic type. It learns some psychic moves, but and you're now in Aubra City.
Fight me?
No, he's gonna be like, this is where the gym is. I'm gonna show you the gym. He doesn't make you do anything. I think you can fight your rival now again, or he talks to you and he's like, the gym leader's not here. What do I do? You try to find the gym leader, but he's easy to find. But you want to heal before you talk to him. Actually, your main two are in good shape.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, they're fine.
Kitty has no damage on it, and you have potions. Just talk. I don't know if he battles you or if he. Well, you got here. You're slow on your ways. Oh, there you go. So you've got the badge already, but. So you have up will lead you to a patch of grass, and down will lead you to Aubra Mine, which is where the gym leader is hidden. And again, there'll be another Pokemon you can catch in Aubra Mine. It'll be either Zubat, Geodude, or Onyx, maybe?
We're a little under-leveled for the boss at the moment, aren't we?
Well, you won't fight him in that cave. You go talk to him in the cave, and he goes, oh yeah, I should probably go back to my gym now, and goes back to the gym, and then you can go in there and fight all his trainers, which will be lower level, so you could use the trainers to train up your Pokemon. You could also now, if you want to, dip into the PC.
Why my Pokemon not?
It's because that screen on the bottom
doesn't refresh
until you click it, until you tap it, or leave a screen. So leaving the screen would So if you're up, you'll get a chance at new Pokemon. You can also feel free to explore any of these buildings, like.
Must be stuff that's fine.
Match up.
Ugh.
He would walk you through that gym if you level him up enough, but he's just another Pokemon you can now have a new. Bite will be not very effective, which will take a lot. It will take still a chunk out of his health, but it'll do half damage it would normally do. So it might actually be the best one for knocking down a peg. There you go. Low kick.
That's low, dude.
Deals damage based on your weight. Because the idea is like it's tripping the opponent.
Yeah, it's like a sweep.
Yeah, sweep your leg. So if you use it on like a golem, it'll be like dead. So it'll do like 3 to you because you're a cat. Like, you are a cat. I think the only thing you'll find in that cave down below where the Orbromine guy is an Onyx. So if you want one, I'd maybe stock up on a few Pokeballs. Otherwise, you might just find Geodudes and Zubats down there. He just keeps like swiping his foot across your face. Just like, smell my foot. No. No.
Stay in the ball. Good.
Get in this tiny home. Shrink into
Hey,
the-
tiny homes are in fashion at the moment.
Tiny homes that big? Well, that small, should I say so? Its muscles never cramp, however much it trains. It lives in the mountains, long away from humans. What are you going to call him? Chopsman. Big Chop. Wow. Rin. Oh. Wrinkle? Wrinkly. Wrinkly.
I don't have enough characters. I was going to call him like wrinkly creepiness or something.
No, fair
I
enough.
find him like that design really off-putting.
Oh, well, humanoid.
The humanoid like loose-skinned.
It's fine. Machamp has 4 arms, so it's fine
Yeah.
then. The other Pokemon I believe you could have found here was a Meditite? Yep, another Geodude, which you already had one of, so it don't matter. It Geodude. Again, you could bite it. Tackle would do half damage, bite would do a lot of damage. No. Negate your lair. Please don't have this fight with him. Because his defense cal has more PP than your lair does. I don't have less patience. It's like 30 layers later.
Oh,
I mean, you can just run. But the XP. This is on super speed buttons, you can just like tap through the battles, but it's up to you whether you use super speed or not.
I've not got it mapped. I'm not
Yeah,
that friendly for it.
that's fine. Get some XP and level up.
Level 14 kitty. What? Kitty's evolving.
If I remember correctly, and humour me on this, you go back into the town. I think if you go left. Oh,
That's
might be that house. Sorry to people. You check that. One of the houses in here, like someone wants to trade a Pokemon. It might be him. Might be one of those 2 people. I'll just check. There's someone in the area wants to trade a Pokemon for another Pokemon, and I think it's a Machop. So you could trade off that Machop for something else. I believe it's a Machop, and it'll be one of the buildings in this town. It's not the Pokemon. It'll be a house.
yeah.
It'll be someone's
I'm
house.
just gonna rest up
Yeah.
because it is 11 p.m.
Fair
I
enough.
think it's time to call stream to close.
To be honest, you're probably in a reasonable position to fight the gym.
Yeah. So next week we'll level a little bit and fight the gym.
Yeah, sounds good. Fight the gym, and then move on to the next area where you will find a few new Pokemon. And trying to hiccup yourself. Yeah, so healed, and then do you want to try and fight this trade quickly, or are you just going to save and go?
No, I was just
No,
saying.
save and go. Cool. Save file, saving a lot of data. For the fans to whiz up again.
Yeah, that was slightly concerning. I mean, my computer is audible. That makes a change. So obviously the emulator's doing something.
Probably not good if it can make your computer make noise.
Well, no, because my fans are set to like a super quiet mode. So if it generates any heat, it starts going.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was week 1
of Nuzwhat.
of Nuzlocke. You're doing alright actually. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. You didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
You have a cat.
I have a cat. I have my lovely cat.
I think when the cat dies, the stream dies.
I will cry.
It's like,
I love that cat.
Cat does stream, guys.
Yeah.
We'll get your replacement cat. It'll be fun.
So, back next week, 8:30.
Yep.
Yeah, so next
8:30 is fine.
Monday, 8:30 p.m. UTC for more Nuzwhat fun.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will be back on Saturday at 4 p.m. UTC to continue the Dark Souls run-up we're doing. Not with Dan this time, that's with Tim. Last week we defeated Ornstein and Smo and the Painted World. So this week we're planning to run into the catacombs to get the Rite of Kindling.
And make friends with Nito.
Quite possibly. Depends what happens. We might change our minds. Don't know. So that'll be Saturday at 4 p.m. UTC, but Pokemon Nuzlocke returns this time next week, which is 8:30 p.m. UTC on Monday.
Yep.
Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Everybody.